tune yet. So where we last left off, after your infiltration of the Urtain Manor, and the revelation that it was indeed the Golan de Jurasco, the House Jurasco representative on the Council of the 12, who was in cahoots with Oren de Medani. You traced him to the Tavix Landing House Jurasco enclave, but it was later revealed that he left early the next morning. However, you followed a new lead, given to you by Rook's gnomish spies that he had paid to keep tabs on Rollo de Caneth. They reported that Rollo had been seemingly ambushed by some cloaked men in his workshop deep in the cogs below Shan. You went down to investigate. You found the dead body of Rollo de Caneth, slashed to ribbons, laying face down on the floor of his workshop. With a casting of Speak with Dead, you gleaned what information you could from him, and then found Rook's half-brother, Rhys de Caneth, hidden in a locker nearby. Revealed to you that he had hid while Rollo was murdered by these cloaked men. Some enormous construct that Rollo was working on that Rhys revealed to be a soul forge. The now outlawed construct that creates new Warforged souls to implant into Warforged bodies had been salvaged from the Mournlands, transported here where Rollo had restored it to working order and altered it somehow. However, Rhys was unaware of the alterations he had made to it, and revealed that this soul forge had been shipped from town the day before, heading for the Skyraker Forest to the rock base inside. You boarded a ferry and traveled across the hilt to the riverside town of Moodwatch, where you have just disembarked. I am just queuing up some music.
I'll tell you what, lads. I miss Shan already.
There ain't nothing been like being out on the sea, but
Yeah.
at the same time, this ain't real ocean, so the best we can get at the moment.
Technically, this is a bay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, technically, with use your fancy words.
Shan is my bay.
Ha ha ha.
I hate you, Kyle. But that was actually good.
I got that reference.
I do only
walk
Didn't kill it?
up the pier towards the quaint riverside town of Moonwatch. The time being shortly after midnight. I accidentally left the clock on today while I was prepping, so it's roughly 12:30 a.m. Cold night air is brisk against your skin. The town is mostly quiet, except for some patrolling guards, a few other passengers that just disembarked the ferry along with you. A few riverside cottages have some lanterns, casting some flickering shadows through their shutters. And up ahead, you spot one of the few businesses still open at this hour. A tavern, an inn, by the name of the Thirsty Maiden.
Oh, thank God.
A small, illusory sign, still lit up out the front like a neon light, depicting a mermaid, her arm moving and throwing back a tall flag and a veil. What would you like to do?
Ronan's still getting used to having to sleep, and he's very tired, so he's going to just gravitate towards the inn, or he hopes to be an inn.
Okay. Oh, Rook, you've been granted an inspiration dice, courtesy of Tokefiend. Thank you very much, Tokefiend.
Thanks, Tokefiend.
You open the door and pass through the threshold. Inside, yeah, nice and warm and cozy. A warm fire burning in the hearth. The inn itself, a 2-story stone-walled building. Exceptionally clean when you enter. Well lit by an iron chandelier flickering above the threshold. An
I'll be
old
back in 1 sec.
female dwarf rounds the corner behind the reception desk. Her still in her pajamas and nightcap, groggily rubs her eyes. Hello there. Some early morning arrivals from the ferry, is it?
Yes, could I please get a room with 4 beds?
Of course, that won't be an issue at all. We have plenty of space. Well, you have the option of hammocks in the common room, or I can provide you with a private dormitory. What would you like?
How much is the dormitory?
Dormitory will be 5 silver pieces for the evening from each of you.
Does that sound fine with you, fellas?
Yeah, look.
I heard a yes. Yes, that's good.
All right then. Well, right this way. Gives you a key and leads you to the room. Well, in the morning, we'll be serving wheat porridge downstairs, or special at the moment, roasted pork and rye biscuits.
Do you have coffee?
We do, yes. Actually,
Is
just
it
got
strong?
a fresh batch from Sarlona, no less than a
Oh.
week ago.
My favorite.
Shall I make sure one's ready then for you at the sunrise?
If you don't mind, that'd be great.
Have you got hot chocolates as well?
We also got some fresh cocoa from Sarlona as well. Really good.
Well, that's good to hear. I'll take one of them in the morning then.
Well, can I get you anything else, my friends?
I'm
No,
okay. for now.
Sorry, we don't want to keep you up any longer.
Yes, thank you.
No trouble at all. As she turns and walks back down the window, the hallway, you see her like lightly snapping her fingers as she walks past each torch sconce, and they snuff out.
That's cool. Alright, I call this bunk.
Are they bunk beds?
No, just four post beds.
What's the longest one?
Uh,
Where will I be able to lie down so I don't have to have like my legs forward and then my arm up, my body upright?
Your
in
feet
the
Just have to
position?
huddle into a ball.
Your feet
I just have to
probably will
wrap around someone.
Your feet will have to hang over the edge of the bed, I'm afraid.
Yep. So I prefer hammocks.
Don't forget, you got it was 5 silver pieces to stay the night as well, Adam.
Right, I will retract that from inventory. Yeah, sorry, the police knocked on my door and I live in an apartment, so it's a bit strange.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was just like, 'cause they asked for a certain person. I'm like, nope, no one of that name is there. And then they kept talking, and then someone popped down the hallway, and I think that might have been the person they were after, because both the police officers like squared up and started walking towards them. I'm like, I'm just gonna close my door.
Yeah, fuck, they'll get the
actually,
foot out.
they had it right in the first place. They heard there was about to be 4 murders in this apartment.
Ah,
Anyway.
I can get away with it now. There's someone to blame.
Don't joke about that shit, man.
Yeah, you guys can long rest.
Is this some sort of inside joke? I don't get.
There are 4 of us.
There are
Yeah,
four party members. That was the
Oh,
joke.
jeez.
Okay,
Now
yeah,
I get it.
You guys can long rest. You wake up in the morning as you descend the stairs. The innkeeper's waiting. A tall, frothy cup of hot cocoa for Rook. And an aromatic mug of Sarlone and coffee for Ronan. I've never
very
seen a
excited.
Warforged order coffee before.
Yes, I like to smell it.
You see,
But,
she was apprehensively looking at you as though waiting to watch you drink it. She's like, oh, okay, and then turns and walks away. Will there be any breakfast, me lords?
You got any hash browns?
I could see if the cook's willing to whip some up.
I'll take the pork and biscuits, thank you.
I can do that. Pork and biscuits
Bacon.
will be 1 silver piece, my lord.
Bacon and eggies, if you could, my love.
Easily done.
Gives her a wink.
That'll be
How many other people are around in the common room?
There is a few people rising for the day. Mostly it looks like stevedores and sailors heading down, getting ready for a day on the ferry or heading out to the ocean.
Quick question.
Chet's
what's
checking
going
them all out, making sure they all look... well, checking out their attire, because we all know sailors, captains, and all that, so we'll dress to look good. So he's just making sure he looks good compared to the rest.
They mostly look like fishermen.
Chet doesn't believe that, though.
Is it 7 or 6, Josh?
Oh yeah, I will go to sunrise. It is 7 a.m.
Okay.
Oh. 25th of Trivago.
Ooh, getting close to Shan Day. Goblins don't really like that day. Anyway, do we really have a plan once we got here?
You
Well, I
were
thought our
going
plan was
to
to-
purchase horses.
That's right.
Then,
Okay.
yeah, march for Skyraker Forest.
I believe the term raptor was there instead of horses, but we'll see. We'll see what's available.
Well, I think they're a bit more expensive, yeah?
How much more expensive are raptors than a horse? If there are any
they're
available in
pretty
this
hard to get. They're not
city.
something you can just grab.
I think we need to do a little bit of a detour up to Galaspar, but that's fine. War horses will do fine. Well, riding horses, whatever was available in the town.
Is
Could
by
even
any... Oh, sorry.
It's alright, we could even consider getting a wagon. Might be a bit cheaper.
And but what will we do when we run out of road?
That is the other point. We could get one with suspension, I guess. 4-wheel drive capabilities.
I've heard of those. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard the Land Cruiser is good for that. But
Or,
Land Rover is...
AWD all wagon drive. It's really apparently really good.
I've heard the F-150 isn't that good off-road.
Are
It's
these
good
like
on-road.
hover wagons or something?
No, horse ones. They're just different brands.
What? And you can take them off road?
No, I think
You-
he's talking about different breeds of horses.
Yep. Yep.
I've never
And
heard
the
of it.
wagon configuration is also a big part of it as well.
Now, if we wanted a wagon, we would buy a Mustang.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you.
we'll go looking after you lads finish your breakfast, and I finish smelling this romantic coffee.
I scoffed my bacon and eggies that no price was given for.
Yes, the hearty breakfast is served, and Chet and Ciro charged a silver piece each. Rook has charged 5 copper pieces.
Damn it.
Is a drink free?
Do they take Electrium?
Oh, yeah, if you need to.
You have change.
I have none. I have none. Just
She
wondering.
serves up the hash browns. Rook she places them in front of you, and she's like, "There you go. You're lucky. That was the last of potatoes. Our shipment was supposed to arrive this morning. Didn't turn up."
Did I look at my companions? We didn't do that, did we?
With her
Where do you get your
blatantly
potatoes from?
I don't believe
usually,
it was us.
they get shipped from upriver from Ringbriar.
No.
Is it?
Is it
strange
common for
that-
sailors to be late?
Yeah.
He could have just been held up. I'm sure they'll be here at some point today.
He could have been dead too. I guess we might find out on the way. I
Yeah,
guess.
we've been heading that way actually. Are there any ferries to take us upriver?
Well, you might be able to find a fishing. It's mostly rowboats that go up and down the river. The mill barges stopped a while ago. You're better off just
Hell
taking
no.
taking the road, me lords.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Do you know a good stable where we can either hire or purchase a nice horse or four?
Hasty horses. They must have
Ah,
haste.
Yeah, you can head over to Marty's Mares on the other side of town. Run by
Barges, mares.
run by a delightful warforged like yourself.
Is his
Oh.
name Marty?
His name is Marty, or Martin. He prefers Martin. Best you call him Martin, to be honest.
So why
think
is
we'll
the
get
shop
on
called
famous.
Marty's?
Well, that's a question for him, I guess.
He would have
Yeah,
done it to
definitely
appeal to you,
true.
squishies. less threatening Marty than Martin.
Well, thank you for your patronage. Come back anytime.
Much
Cool.
obliged. Thank you, ma'am.
I look over at Zero. Is she kicking this out? Is that what that was?
No, she's going back to work. It's like she's going back to the kitchen. It was like
She realized she couldn't get tips off us, so she left.
It was like
Yeah.
a please see yourselves out when you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like after you finished your meal completely and they've taken the plates and bowls off your table, but you're still there for an extra 10-15 minutes, you can tell there's just an air around you that you have to leave now.
Shooting daggers at you.
Mm.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess we should just head off to that
Nah.
place. Okay. And find some
Reverse
horses.
gay.
Who doesn't have an inspiration dice at the moment?
I'll have another.
I don't think I have any. I don't have one.
Ronan,
Who's
you-
handing out these inspiration dice?
Kenshi Dark
they're-
just tossed one into the ring. Ronan can have it.
Oh, my boy.
Oh yeah.
My
It's
boy. I hope he's not feeling. I hope he's feeling great.
There he is. All right. So you set off to the other side of town. There is a road not marked on the map that just leads along the Grey Moon River northwards, so you don't have to follow the trade road towards Galaspire. And towards the edge of town where that road leads out, you see a stable up ahead. Quite sort of the actual stable part of the building has like quite a sort of size to it. It looks as though during war times it may have served as some sort of outpost, or perhaps for some Brelish cavalry maybe. But there is far fewer horses than there is room for horses as you approach. As you
Sorry.
yeah, sorry, go on.
No, you go.
No, you go.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna
I'll
ask
go.
how
Marty.
rickety the building looks.
You had
Oh, no,
dilapidated.
it looks like it's in good order. Very good order.
Oh,
actually.
so it looks stable.
Yeah, it's actually one of the nice. Oh my god.
You take away that man's inspiration point and then give it back to him because that was the best. Thank you, Kyle.
Got him.
I think it might be the best if Ronan was the one to speak.
Probably not
to
a
the
bad
gentleman in charge. Metal man to other metal man.
And plus, I'll definitely call him Marty.
Yeah, I would be way too tempted to do so, and I feel like the discipline of a robot would be a bit more, rather than a Ronin. Like an actual Ronin.
I'll talk to him, but if he's
Are
a
you-
dick, he's a dick.
Are you technically a Ronin?
Well, yes.
I suppose your master did die.
Yeah, let's not talk. Let's not talk about this now. Come on, we gotta get some horses.
I'm
Let's go.
just wondering why. Okay,
Look,
I'll
I'm
have
sure the
questions on the trip.
proprietor of this building is pretty well versed in social customs, and he can talk to any of us. And Zero's gonna walk up to the building.
100%. I believe he won't be socially awkward at all for being a robot. Well, not technically. I know you don't like that word, but it just describes you so well.
No,
That's
we
fine.
have the robot. This is
But-
the bot.
Rose
Okay.
is gonna go.
You step into the threshold. A little brass bell above the door jingles as you open the door. Behind the desk, a very well-dressed Warforged turns around. He's wearing a brown leather vest with a nice, those little Southern colonial style ties, the Colonel Sanders tie. You know what I mean? One of those tied around his collared shirt.
Chet's impressed.
His sleeves rolled up. You notice instantly that he is one of the non-combat designed Warforged. Rather than steel plates, he has hardwood, polished and sanded to a very shiny and very sort of aesthetic appeal. Also, guys and viewers, let me know if my voice mod malfunctions, because I have no monitor. I can't tell if it's working properly or not. But he turns around. He's got a brush in his hand. He was scrubbing a horseshoe down.
Oh, hello there.
Good morning.
Hello.
Welcome to Marty's Mares. You are after some fine mounts today?
Yeah, we're
yeah,
after 4
yes,
mounts,
please.
Of course. I'll pick out one of my strongest ones for you. He points at you, Ronan.
Thank you.
Right then, would you like to inspect them for yourselves, or do you trust my judgment?
I'm
I can
sure
do-
your judgment is fine.
Well,
Insight check.
how much is each of these mounts then?
Well, let me just have a quick look here.
Yeah,
trust him.
you try to scrutinize him, but you're distracted by the extremely high sheen that his bald head is polished to.
It's just like, my eyes. Oh.
Chet's just entranced by his own reflection in the dude's head.
I must say, the
What do we
tattoo you
got?
have on your head on my face is quite magnificent. Oh wait, no, that's just my reflection.
So
Alright, so each mount will be 75 gold pieces for my finest riding horses each. Is that agreeable?
Are these horses for hire, or is that purchase?
That is purchase price, yes.
I'll tell you what. How about instead of 75 gold pieces, you give us all 4 for 300?
That's bad math.
roll a
That's very bad math.
roll a persuasion check, Rook.
Rook.
Natural 20.
Rook.
How
Rook.
about
That's
320 gold pieces and you've got yourself a deal?
just okay. So there's 75 gold pieces each, right?
I look around. Hang on. Does he have like an abacus or something on his desk?
He doesn't. Why?
Does he-
Okay. Zero's just like, oh,
Marty,
what
that's
have what
You know
have you
what?
done?
Maybe let's stick with the 75 each. How's that sound?
yeah.
Of course.
You,
You see him hesitate.
For a second, and he realizes what just happened. He's like
Oh dear.
and he just kind of bumbles off like C-3PO, out the back door to go get
Oh, switch off.
prepare the horses.
Alright, please make yourselves comfortable while I'm gone.
I'm going to sit on the ground.
and
No,
sit on
and then
his
immediately
desk.
get back up.
There's chairs to sit
I'll-
down.
I'll sit on one of the horses, and my legs touch the ground.
As he's outside, he actually he for the 75 gold piece price, he's thrown in the bits and bridles and stuff as well. He's outside.
Oh, fantastic!
Kitting the horses up. And you guys just sort of sit there twiddling your thumbs and whistling.
75 gold pieces, alright.
You see, there's a portrait behind the desk, you notice, of him in less nice clothes. Still nice clothes, but he's dressed like more of a butler, standing in front of the building alongside some elderly man dressed in the clothes that he is wearing now. A few minutes later, he comes inside.
Right then, they're ready to go. I'll take payment and you can be on your way.
Fantastic. Yeah, I hand over mine. Is it just like a riding horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Riding
I'm adding
horse.
that
Yeah.
next to my other pet. Fantastic.
here you go, Marty.
How long does that look like it's?
How long does it look like it's been there?
Yes.
Oops.
Hard to tell.
Ignore that. Ignore that.
Does Rowan know the old man in the photo?
You don't. No.
Okay.
You alright, Carl?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. All right, I'll pay.
Alright then. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure and please come back anytime.
So you
We
guys
just wait for him to leave.
You guys leave?
Yeah, Ronan goes up to the horse.
Little horses have names.
All the horses the same, Josh?
Are they the same?
Yeah.
Well, you want to know what color they are?
Yeah. I want to pick.
One is brown. 2 are black, and 1 is white.
Steve's a black one.
I will.
I don't mind riding in on a white horse.
I'll take a black one as well.
And my name will be Death.
Okay.
Chet just lifts up one of his legs and puts it on the other side. I presume my legs are only dangling like less than a foot off the ground.
It'll be like Dumb and Dumber, like your legs. You're just on a massive bend on your knees. Like the points of your knee would be like near the horse's eye, so you're just like really scooched up on it. It'll work fine.
You set off. Out on a sort of well-worn dirt trade road that goes along the Grey Moon River, northwards towards Ringbriar. It's a 4-day journey.
Just for argument's sake, can we say that the boys bought survival rations as well? Rations for the 4 days?
Oh, yeah.
Did we not already?
I thought we had rations.
Did we buy rations when we left Shan? I can't remember if we did.
You didn't last session, though.
I'm happy to drop some gold now and say that we've got like 2 weeks rations.
I've still got. Oh, I've got 5 rations at the moment from our last trip.
I have none because you guys gave most of the rations to me because I was just in rags.
Yeah.
Raggy boys.
Rags. I have named my horse. Its name is Honey. Hunnie.
Wait, can you add a horse to your equipment? That's pretty cool.
I have. It's right above.
Extras section. Extras tab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up above where pets are.
You can search for a riding horse under mounts.
Riding horse.
Nice.
Is it a nice ride?
Yeah. Well, let's see what the weather's like. The rest of the day, still fairly chilly. 6.7 degrees, scattered clouds, but mostly sunny. The first day passes without incident. Oh, and yeah, I don't know how many rations do you guys want to buy?
A week.
Probably, yeah, another 10 maybe.
Alright, well, they're 5 silver pieces per day, so.
Did you say 8 or A?
5 per day.
Okay, so it wasn't anything like
It's like 3.5 gold pieces if you want a week's worth. And by 4 days, I meant 4 days to Rock Base, not to Ringbriar.
Oh, right.
4 days to Rock Base. Okay, well, I'm going to buy... Yeah, I'll buy 2 weeks worth.
Do we go through
that.
Ringbriar though to get to Rock Base?
7 gold.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
While we're on the way to Ringbriar, do we pass any of the do we pass this mythical potato shipment coming down the river?
I'm a bit worried about the potatoes, to be honest.
As the day passes, you see several boats on the river, mostly just small fishing boats. Just looks like just country folk sitting there with a rod in the water. Sort of one guy, he seems to be transporting something in his boat. He has some crate in the back. He's paddling along. He gives you a wave as you guys trot past.
Does it look like a potato bag?
No, it's a crate.
Great.
Ah,
Does it look like a potato crate?
Yeah.
yeah.
Looks like a crate.
Ronan's gonna yell out to him.
Is there potatoes in that?
Are there potatoes there?
I'm sorry.
Do
what?
you have potatoes?
No,
Potatoes?
sorry. No.
Cook them, smash them, put them in a stew.
Was I supposed to?
No, thank you. Have a nice day.
Me too.
Love you.
The rest of the day passes without incident. You guys set up to camp on the banks of the Grey Moon River. You awake the next morning.
Ration.
You wake the next morning. Oh, it's Orion's crown today.
I would just like it known that I named my horse Sid.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good name.
It's short for Obsidian because he's black.
Nice. You arise the next morning, have a camp breakfast, and head off again. It gets a little bit chillier today. a little more clouds, but mostly pleasant as you trot on. As the sun sets over the horizon, you spot up ahead the telltale signs of a village, Ringbriar. Smoke rising from chimneys over the horizon.
Good
As
smoke.
you get closer and it gets darker, lanterns begin to light up as little dots in the distance. And advance to...
I was like
There we go.
completely I just had a feeling that Ringbrow was gonna like burn to the ground or something. I'm glad it's okay.
Same.
Ooh, that active lighting though.
And at just after dark, you arrive into town. The small hovel of Ringbriar, even smaller than Moonwatch. As you approach, you can see, as the sun was setting, you could see a large windmill up on a small hill on some farm just outside town. You see a mill down on the riverbank. But it does seem to be quite a bit of farmland around it. But the town itself, fairly small. As you enter, you take note of what is around you. Mostly some small residences, a handful of businesses, mostly farming related. You do spot what appears to be a very, very old theater, double-story theater, also with a lantern flickering behind the window. Someone's home, and eventually you spot the telltale sign of a House Galanda Inn up ahead. A golden dragon over the door. But in this case, rather than the usual whole dragon bust, a complete dragon, but very small. As you approach, you see this tiny House Galanda establishment titled The Golden Wormling. You pass through the door, and it's fairly busy. It looks like a lot of rural folk have come in for a drink and a meal after a long day of tilling the fields outside. The barkeep gives you a wave up ahead. A fairly... You assume at first, he's obviously halfling, House Galanda halfling, and you assume he's standing on some sort of box behind the bar. But as you get closer, you see that he's actually just a fairly tall halfling. Must be nearly 5 feet.
Wow. Is he considered a medium creature?
That's still small. Hello, me lords. New to town, are we?
Just got in.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't get too many visitors. You're going to be looking for lodgings then?
Just for the night, I think.
Yes, if that's okay with you.
Not a problem at all.
How much would that cost for the night?
It will be 5 silver pieces ahead, me lords. As you look around and take stock of your surroundings inside the tavern, you see that it appears to be a sort of retrofitted former barracks. You see there's a collection of arms and armor mounted in the corners and on the walls. You see there's a mezzanine through a door to your right. The innkeeper himself has dyed purple hair, and you see his dragon mark, the mark of hospitality, just sort of peeking ever so slightly over the collar of his shirt up his neck. Right, and my lords, well, can I get you anything to eat tonight?
Maybe a bite or two. Just a quick question. Has anything strange been happening around here in the last couple of days?
Strange in what way?
I don't know, people going missing, strange noises in the woods, that kind of thing.
Potato shipments leaving late.
Yeah.
That's, You sure you only just arrived in the town?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we've heard rumours of things that have been happening around these parts. Just thought we'd check with the locals, as it were.
I see. It's just funny you should say that. We've been poking fun at old Conberg. He says he saw something funny outside last night in the village, and I don't know, something about little green men running around in the town centre and a big black airship flying overhead. I don't know.
A big black airship.
Well, yeah, I think that's what he said. You can find. He's over in the corner there. He's quelled himself a bit for the moment. It's the marshal had a go at him, told him to stop spreading strange rumours and scaring everyone.
What'd you say this fella's name was?
Conberg. You can't miss him. Ragged-looking farmer in the corner over there. You sort of glance over your shoulder. You just see a farmer with sort of like hunched shoulders, as though he's just been slapped by someone, just crouching over his ale at the table. And what? It's funny you should mention the potatoes too. It's yeah, the fella that was supposed to bring my potatoes round this morning didn't do it. I just assumed he was busy, too busy to bring them round. I was gonna go see him tomorrow.
Where's he?
He runs the farm just on the hill just outside town there, the one with the windmill. You can't miss it.
Thank you. Can I order a what is this lad Kronberg like to drink?
Kronberg? Oh, he likes the dark stuff, the stout.
Can I get a pint of this what he's drinking? The stout?
He sort of glances nervously over your shoulder. In the opposite corner from the farmer, you sort of follow his glance and you see a heavily armored, very broad-shouldered man sitting in the corner enjoying his own drink. Yeah, I guess so. I think I was starting to think maybe he had a bit much, but I guess he can have one more.
How much do I owe you, sir?
For the ale, that will be 2 silver pieces. Sorry, 4 copper pieces. 4 copper pieces.
Ah, thank you. Take an extra one for all the information.
I'm sorry. How do you know Ferrum?
We've been sent on a mission from Moonwatch about potatoes.
Oh, I see. That's they miss the potatoes
Yeah,
that much, eh? Is only.
They really like potatoes. Yeah, I found it quite strange myself, to be honest.
Right.
But here we are.
Yeah, well, yeah. Ferrum lives at a windmill farm outside town. People have been getting sick too, now that you mention it. But we just thought it was a fever going around, you know?
What kind of condition are they in? The sick folk.
Fever, sweating. I think, I'm pretty sure old Parker, that's the heavily armored bloke in the corner over there. He's the marshal. He's a bit on edge because his partner's been sick, and I think it's getting worse. But one of me guests is sick. He's back in his room right now. I've heard.
Do you mind if I go and have a look?
At me guest?
I'm a trained healer, after all.
Yes, I can confirm that.
Yeah, I'd be happy to help out.
Sure. I'll just double check with him first, if that's all right. I can't just let you in there. I'll go check. I'm sure.
Oh, of course.
I'm sure he'll be quite amicable to some medical attention. Our town doctor's done her best, but she's no Jurasco healer.
That's funny you should mention that.
What do you mean?
It's just funny. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Warforged humor, you know.
Ah.
Yeah, it's such joke, sorry.
I never understand it
I
either.
thought you'd walked away.
All right. Well, I'll go back and have a word with the sick lad, and Should I get a kitchen to make you guys anything?
I'm fine.
I'm alright.
Got any hash
Bacon
browns?
and eggies if you can.
Sorry, mate. Like I said, no potatoes. But yeah, we can make
Not
you
even
some
like
bacon.
what?
Oh,
Thank you.
well,
That's what we hear, Rook. The potato.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping he'd have like one left or something.
well, no,
Alright.
I'm afraid I'm all out because we just get him fresh straight from Ferrum. I'm sure he'll be.
Alright.
I'm sure he'll be here first thing in the morning. It is his livelihood after all. But
I'll just take a bacon and eggies as well then.
all right, 2
Make
bacon
sure
and
it's,
eggies coming up.
1 to 3 ratio on them.
He doesn't ask.
You mean 3 to 1?
He doesn't ask.
No,
which,
no, 1
he
to
doesn't
3.
ask. He doesn't ask which is which.
One
he
piece
just
of
goes,
bacon. One.
No worries.
One
He,
ration.
he turns around and walks
Yeah.
out back.
You go.
Chet,
More eggs
guys,
than
I don't want
bacon.
to sound. I don't want to sound like I'm being rude or whatever, but it's
Mm.
clearly 3 pieces of bacon per egg, right?
No, the opposite.
You can't
No,
have.
it's
one piece of
obviously
bacon.
it's bacon and eggs, not eggs and bacon. But that's irrelevant because
Bacon
you're not
and
going to
eggs.
eat the food.
Plural.
Bacon and eggies.
People here are getting sick. You can't eat the food.
But bacon is plural of bacon, right? So what I'm saying is,
And eggies is plural of egg.
I don't care if you have multiple eggs, but what I'm saying is that for each egg, you got to have multiple bits of bacon. That's just how it works.
Mm-mm. Nah. Well, depends. You can have more than 3 eggs in a scramble.
Okay, Ronan's going to grab the drink and walk over to the crouchy old man while they have the discussion about the eggs and bacon.
No, I mean, it's up to you how you eat it. When I get my bacon, I
disagreeing.
cut it up and mix it in with the
Yeah,
scrambled
but what I'm
eggy.
saying is, when you take a big bite of bacon, right, you want to have just a little bit of egg in there. You don't want to be overwhelming your bacon with just so much egg.
So
Right?
before we carry on, do we get no? This is serious matter. Do you have yours? Do you have hard bacon, or do you have it like crispy, or do you have it soft?
Just like a little bit, like crispy around the edges, right, and just like nice and soft in the middle.
I can handle that. How do you have your eggs?
Well, scrambled.
Right. Do you ever,
Don't have them ridiculously hard or whatever.
But
have you ever had
not gonna
soldiers?
eat the
No,
eggs.
hold up. We're in the middle of a conversation, right? Do you ever have soldiers?
You're
Toasted
gonna have to explain what
bread, toasted bread, and boiled egg. Crack open, dip the soldiers in.
I can't say I've ever tried that.
We gotta
Hero's
try
just
it.
gonna like walk away, just like they're gonna fucking die. They're gonna eat the poison food and they're gonna die.
No, don't walk off yet. You're meant to, sanctify our food in that. Purify food and water or whatever it is. I don't know. I ain't no casting wizard. You know what I'm talking about, Rook?
I can't say I do, mate.
Oh, okay. You do the thing where you go, alakabam, and suddenly the food is, righteous or whatever. Purified, I think. Purified, you know what I mean. I don't want my bacon and eggies purified. That'd be disgusting to try and drink that. Zero. I think you went in the other room. I might go get him. And I just awkwardly stand up, hit my knees on the table, and walk up to Zero.
Oh, Ciro's just like moved down the bar, like away from you guys.
I come sit next to you. Is that something that you can do?
Alright, on the other side of the room, Ronan, you sit down
Thank
next to the farmer. You get. He's sort of swaying a little bit. He sort of like looks up, barely makes eye contact with you. He's like, what do you want?
Well, you looked a bit thirsty.
He hears your voice and sort of actually looks up and takes in your face. What? What is you? Marshal! Marshal, this is him! This is the guy! This is the guy! You see the armored man on the other side of the room, fairly swiftly, like with wide eyes, sort of like looks over and like looks at you, puts his drink down, and sort of stands up, and with his armor sort of clinking, slowly paces his way over to your side of the room. You notice his hand sort of hovering around his hilt.
Do the rest of us notice this? Like him shouting and stuff?
Yeah, he's pretty loud about it.
Right.
It's him.
Chet will stand.
It's him, Marshal. It's the one I saw here. He sort of awkwardly comes over and stands next to you, like Ronan, with you sitting in the seat, and him's like sort of standing like over you, trying you know, he is a fairly intimidating man. He's got like a hard stubble going on, this like perfectly chiseled jaw. He's got gray hair, sort of like these two streaks of gray hair up either side of his head, and like his hair like slicked back. You notice a dragon mark on his forearm as you sort of, your eyes sort of trace up the hands sort of hovering around his hilt. The mark of Mark of the Sentinel. Mark of the Sentinel. And he's got on his chainmail vest, he's got a badge, a metal badge clipped to it. A crest, a shield depicting the chimera of House Beneath. Sorry, mate. Well, you didn't happen to be walking around outside last night in the town centre, were you?
No, Marshal. I just got in last night. Also tonight on the boat, the 12:30 arrival from Moonwatch.
He sort of like leans past you to look at Conberg. He's like, "See, Conberg, it's fine. He wasn't out there." He's like, "I'm telling you, it was him. I recognize those red eyes anywhere. I saw him glowing in the dark, glinting off the moonlight. And he's even got the same skin. He's got that black metal. I'm telling you, it's what I saw. He must have been a Warforged. Black metal Warforged with red eyes creeping around town." Look, Conberg, if you don't keep your voice down, I'm gonna pick you up, throw you outside the door, and you can just sway your ass home, alright?
No, I'd like to speak to him actually. I don't hear many people thinking. I don't get mistaken very often, I should say. I'm interested to hear what he has to say.
Alright. If I hear one more, you disturb the atmosphere in here one more time, Conberg, you're gonna eat your dirt outside the front door, alright? He turns around and walks back to his table.
So you saw one of me?
Yes, I saw you. You're prowling around in the dark.
When where did you? Where? Where?
What do you mean where? You know exactly where.
So it wasn't me that you saw. I'm one of few, but there are others that do look like me. I'm so interested to find out where you saw my other brothers.
You mean there's more than one of you here in town?
Potentially. If your story.
He sort of like burps a little bit. He's like, ugh. He's pretty drunk. He's like, scared me half to death. He did. I sort of came to after I got kicked out of here last night, and thought I'd stop by the well for a cool drink before I headed home. There you were. Well, there he was. I don't know, just prowling around about a block from here, where the well is.
He didn't try to hurt you at all?
To be honest, if he did, I didn't see. I turned tail and ran. I actually pissed myself, to be honest.
Ah, that's understandable. Quite a common reaction, to be honest.
But no, he didn't chase me, at least.
And you said I've heard that you saw an airship come through here at some time.
You poke fun at me about that as well?
No, I believe you. I'd like to know what day, what time it came through. And did you see it leave? Or you've only seen it the once?
It must have been 3 nights ago, I think. It was pretty late. Same deal. I was trudging home after a big night on the drink. I saw it. It was hovering nearby, just on the outskirts of town. Would have been hard to see through town. It was like it was behind the windmill. You know what I mean? Like it was trying to conceal itself behind the hill.
I know what you mean. And is this the same night you saw one of me?
No, that was last night.
Last night, sorry, that's right. 2 days. And next morning the airship was gone?
I mean, I saw it and I ran back to town to get the marshal and I woke him up. I took him up there and by the time we got there, it had already pissed off. Marshal hit me for dragging him out there.
Well, yeah, he probably thought you were a liar. Doesn't help when you're always pissed.
Oh. You see, he seems to have a moment of self-awareness. This like, maybe I am just seeing things.
No, this time I think you saw something. But I would suggest not drinking so much. You need to take it more seriously around town.
What else is there to do?
Live.
He sort of like chuckles to himself a little bit. He's like, just sort of like taps his flagon, his empty flagon back to the table, then reaches over for the one you bought him and starts dragging it towards him.
Well,
Everyone's just gonna grab it while he's dragging it.
well, thank you for the information. Get home safe.
Yeah, have a good one.
Walk back over to. I'll walk to Zero, since he's not in the discussion of egg and bacon.
Well, I'm currently being accosted by Chet. So
You know, Chet's come over and well, no, the thing, you know, because you have a deity in that, and you do your funny business, the whole hobie joby, praise be to whoever, and
well, I mean, I've heard of other members doing that, but like I've never done it myself. I'm sure I could try, but why don't we just avoid such such risky things and just not eat the food and drink the drinks here? Because I feel like that's just a better alternative, you know? Abstinence has 100% effectiveness, as my teachers always said.
Chet, Zero, stop, what are you talking about? Can we get a room here?
I got myself a room, but I just really wanted bacon and eggies, and looks really upset. I have my rituals, you know.
So did we get a room, or?
Yeah, no, I've booked myself a room. I'm not sure about the others. Did you end up booking a room, Zero?
Not yet. I want to see what's going on with this sick patron here before we stay in the same place.
Well,
Isn't it really? Isn't it? Like, what time is it at night? It says 7 a.m., but I don't think it's.
Oh yeah, the clock didn't adjust. It is.
Gentlemen,
It is roughly 8 p.m. Yeah.
Okay.
Gentlemen,
Yeah. Cool.
now that I think about it, might be worthy of us to sleep outside of town tonight.
Why is that?
Well, if the parts of the town are sick and we decide to, not maintain 1.5 meters, and don't constantly, potion of bath every time we walk in over a threshold, we stay in somewhere that is commonly, a hotel of sorts. We might be in the same place where someone could be sick.
We are in the same place where someone is sick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We should probably, stay outside of town, come up with a way to, possibly get hold of some disposable masks and, maintain social distancing, and we might be okay.
The fuck are you talking about?
Well, I don't want to get sick.
Honestly, sometimes I don't understand half.
Are you saying you don't want to wear a mask?
You're such a conspiracy theorist.
What do you mean? I'm saying, yeah. What's wrong with wearing a mask, Zero?
Why do we need to wear masks when we have magical healing powers?
Anyway, we're getting off topic.
No, I don't believe in vaccines.
The innkeeper returns up the hallway. He walks up to the taps on the counter in front of you, Sierra, and he's like, he said he's going to be all right to see you.
Oh, excellent. Can you show me the way, please?
Yeah, follow me.
Maintain 1.5 meters, Zero.
Ronan's gonna go with him as well.
Maybe you should wait outside, Ronan.
Oh. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
You
I don't think I'll be in any imminent danger in here, but
No, that's cool. That's
in,
cool.
in case he is infectious, I don't want you to get sick as well.
He's a robot.
I'm just gonna like clang my metal chest.
I don't get squishy diseases.
Hey, you didn't have to sleep before. Who knows what the rules are?
Touche. I'm gonna go smell some coffee.
I've only got your best interests at heart, Ronan.
You don't have no heart.
I like look at the children.
As the innkeeper leads you down the hallway, Sarah, he's like, "Now listen, I've got to warn you, a little bit of a smell's grown in there in the last few hours. He hasn't shit himself or anything, I made sure of that, but he smells.
Like what?
Kind of like sulfur, you know? I mean, that's the closest thing I could, that real rotten egg smell.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is it. I'll leave you to it. If you want me, I'll be on the bar.
Thank you. You haven't. Right?
I'm
You're just
sorry.
like speaking to him from the doorway.
I'm sorry. What was the question there?
You haven't been into that room, have you?
Yeah, quite a few times actually. I mean, I've basically been looking after him. He's like you. He's passing through town. He's staying here. Traveling artist or something like that. I don't know.
And you haven't been feeling sick at all?
Not myself. No.
Okay. Sounds like you'll be fine then. Just yeah, I'm not quite sure what we're dealing with here, so just trying to ask all the questions I can.
Yeah, understood. I'll be careful.
I'll open the door.
You open the door into a pretty dark room, but it's lit by a flickering candle on the bedside table. The man laying uncovered on this bed with the covers have just been thrown back on the floor. He seems to be just twitching a little bit, his head kind of rolling. He turns to look at you entering the room with sort of like groggy eyes. You can see there's a patch of like sweat on the bed around him. And you can see he's clearly just perspiring, like it's just crazy fever. There's a basin of water at the foot of the bed and some towels. Hello, who are you?
I'm here to help. Just
the doctor, he said, was coming.
Yes. Just stay
capital.
there and lay back, and I'm just gonna do some checks if that's all right with you.
Of course. What you need to. You see, the room does indeed reek of a very sort of. It's not exactly like the smell of sulfur, but very similar. Just a very rotten eggs kind of smell.
I'm just gonna do like without going like over to him or touching him.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do fuck it. I'll just do the easy one. I'm gonna cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Okay. You can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet. You also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case. Spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. Thank you very much for the cheer, Death Kitten. So you detect a disease. I'll say you can't identify exactly what the disease is because you've never encountered it before.
Alright, do I have a vague idea?
But it gives off the same aura you picked up in Sturge Base. If you remember that. strange mutant that attacked you in there.
I'll make the tunnel.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah. Close.
Whatever it is, it's changing him. That's about as much as you can glean with your spell.
I'm gonna cast Protection from Evil and Good on him.
Okay. Just ping it in the chat for me, please.
Just because I know that worked against like the Intellect Devourers.
The spell ends. One willing creature touched with a certain type of creature. Aberration. Celestials, elemental.
Like, yeah, I don't know if it'll work.
Let's
but I'm just gonna,
rock
like,
and roll as you produce a you produce powdered silver or holy water.
Holy water.
Holy water. All right, you get out your little spray bottle of holy water.
Like,
and begin
I'm gonna try something. Just stay there.
Bottle of Windex.
Holy crap. Death's Kitten, thank you so much for your generosity. They have just donated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 subs to the community. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Hell yeah! Thank you.
Getting you over that sub.
You know, that's
it.
That's a giveaway.
That
The
is a
giveaway's
giveaway.
here.
Oh, stick around, ladies and gents. New subscribers, if you're here. First of all, welcome. This channel is, I call it Tales of Pesh, but yeah, we just play D&D most of the time. Right now, we play our Friday night campaign is Eberron. But stick around. We've just hit 75 subs, so I'm gonna do a giveaway during our break in a bit. It's gonna be a Steam code, so if you're into that, you like Steam games, stick around. And again, thank you. All right, so
Yeah, I'm like, you seem a bit like you have a bit of a fever, don't you?
It's yes, I feel like I don't know. I just feel
Right,
like my brain is pushing
this
against
will,
my skull.
Maybe this will help. Yeah, get out my spray bottle of holy water.
All right. As you start dousing him in holy water.
No, it's on the mist setting as well, so it's like nice.
Good spread.
As you douse him in holy water, and you begin making the necessary incantations and gestures. At first, there's no reaction, but a few seconds later, he goes rigid, stiff as a board. His back arches into the air.
Move as him as I can.
He begins to foam at the mouth. A green goo begins to pour forth from his nostrils, from the corner of his eyes, from his ears, and just starts soaking into the pillow. He sort of twists back and forth. He finally turns to the side, just vomits off the edge of the bed into the basin. What did you do to me?
Think I just cured you. What did he vomit into the basin?
They're just like a mixture of like vomit, but with this same green mucusy substance came out with it.
I like kind of crouch down, so I'm like on his eye level. Do you feel any different?
Well, awful. But I think my headache's a little less worse.
Alright, well, I'll come back and check on you. I think that should have done the trick, but I'm going to come back and check on you shortly, okay? I'll see you in the morning. If you think you need help, feel like you're getting worse during the night, tell the innkeeper and they'll come get me.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Doctor.
Well, don't thank me yet.
He sort of reaches down, grabs one of the blankets off the floor, and sort of curls up in it. Faces the wall.
Actually, does he have another pillow?
Yes. Yeah, there's one sitting
Because
on it. Yeah, yeah. He sort of hasn't paid no mind to the goo on the bed now, but
without touching the goo on the pillow, I'm gonna swap them out.
He thanks you for it.
And I'm gonna get the basin and with my feet kind of slowly move it over towards the door. I'm gonna look out into the corridor when I get to the doorway.
It's empty for the moment.
I'm gonna walk down until I find either one of the party or the innkeeper.
Alright, so you walk back out the corridor, you see the innkeeper behind the bar. Chet and Rook still at the bar, arguing egg and bacon semantics, with Ronan shaking his head next to them.
You can't have too much butter on the bread, or it just makes it taste horrible.
Without disturbing them, I'm gonna get the innkeeper.
You know.
Is he...
you need to...
What do you think?
I think you should come with me.
He sort of drapes his cloth over his shoulder and follows you.
I'll lead them.
Business.
Lead them back down to the classic hospitality. Towel over the shoulder.
Yeah, he means business. I presume there was a sigh beforehand.
Sigh of relief.
Sure.
Yes, he follows you, Zero.
So I'll lead him back to the doorway and show him the basin and the goo covered pillow. I'm you should destroy this pillow.
What is
There's
that?
some kind of unnatural illness in this village.
Alright, well, you better tell the marshal he's still out the front there.
Yeah. Is he is he you're not gonna freak out?
Well, his wife's really sick, so he might appreciate the help too. He'd probably appreciate all the information you can give him.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. Yeah, don't touch that green stuff unless you want to get sick.
Yeah, I'll be careful.
Can you keep on him overnight? I'll be back in the morning to check on him. I think he should start to pick up.
I will do. Thank you.
Alright, and then I'll head back down to boys.
Alright.
Yeah.
Straight to the party or to the marshal?
Yeah, to the party.
Okay.
I think that's the most efficient way to keep that bread not soft, because as soon as it goes soft, you lose that palpability to be able to do the dip into the egg.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if you just use a little bit less butter, right, and you just grill the bread properly.
But if you put too much butter on it, it will just become mushy. Gotta go raw. Raw toasted bread.
You can't use raw. Okay, because I see where you're coming from, because you can use the grease and the fat of the bacon to make the bread all tasty and whatever.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you use bread properly and you just toast it up with butter in the north.
Guys.
What?
Hold on, Sarah. This is important conversation.
This is important.
Whatever you have can come in later.
Butt out and just let's finish this, all right?
All right, we'll finish this.
Anyway,
don't make me command you.
Salad chickpeas though.
Chet's hand goes down to his
is
scimitar
really
at his
good.
hip and turns to face you.
Chet, you've never
Can't
been
say that.
commanded before. You should.
Oh shit, that's right. I won't even listen to what you said. Sorry, a bit of all dark came out in me. God rest his soul. Or should I say, Josh, don't resurrect him for the third time.
He can't.
Me and Josh were joking about that
destroyed
before the
his
session.
body.
I was like, what if I resurrected Old Dark even more of an abomination than he was? the
He's
last
just,
time?
what's his
Like-
name from Final Fantasy X? What's his name? Seymour. It's just
Yeah,
in
Seymour.
different forms.
Anyway,
Don't you fucking
discuss.
Yeah, so the bread, you put too much butter on it, it becomes too moist, you can't dip it like you want to into the boiled egg.
But if you just grill it up properly, then it won't go too moist. It will go
Nope.
nice and crisp and have like a perfect taste, and it won't be all this weird crisp dry bread like stupid normal people
It
have.
won't be, because as you dip it, it will have the yolk on it from inside the egg.
Yeah, but it will go all soft and soggy from the yolk. Whereas if you grill it with butter, it won't go soft and soggy. You can have the bacon and the egg on it all at the same time, and it'll be
I'm
nice
happy to
crispy
proved
bread.
wrong. I'm happy to be proved wrong. So maybe tomorrow morning we get this after Ciro here purifies our food, and we can eat it. Anyway, Ciro, what was your less important information that you had to share with the group?
The people from Rock Base are doing some kind of eldritch experiment in town
Rock Bay. Oh, the Rock Bay. Oh,
where we rescued you from.
right.
Also,
So,
just
that makes sense.
a real quick note, light little touch on this one. More Warforged like me are here too.
Wait,
When I
what?
say like me, I mean like look exactly like me.
Ronan, that's a pretty big revelation for you as well. 'Cause, yeah,
I know.
As far as you're
I
aware,
know. Woo!
only Ronan's unit had your design, and as far as
Yep.
you know, you killed the rest
And
of your
by-
unit. So
Exactly. I know. This is fucking huge. We're
And by design,
rattling
what
on
do you
about
mean?
bacon and eggs.
Well, you never interjected.
I'll deal with a lot right now. Okay. I'll just drone you out.
I'll just
Right,
making
but,
sure. Just make sure you're aware.
But like,
No,
look,
I know, I know.
when we say that it's unique, like all I know about you is you got black armor instead of
Yeah.
And red
traditional silver and red eyes. Is
Chet-
that
Chet,
very
you've also
uncommon?
Warforged usually have 3 fingers, like a thumb and 2 big fingers, whereas Ronan has
Right.
a proper like human shaped hand, 5 fingers, like
Hand.
4.
So
4
he's a
fingers
real
and
boy.
thumb.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yes, we shouldn't eat any of the food here, and we need to go talk
Why
to
not?
the marshal right now.
Why? What's wrong? What have you found out?
Sounds like the food makes people sick. To the marshal.
Rook, you just heard what I said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So,
So you,
just Chet.
you explain like what happened in the room. Was that
Okay,
in
Chet, I'm gonna.
Basically,
No, I
the
didn't.
town-
I just said that they're doing an experiment on the people here. And
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, what kind of experiment are they doing? Like,
I'll
explain this to me.
explain shortly, just not here. And I gesture that there's like heaps of people around.
I get you. I just thought you were being a bit timid about the information, or that you didn't want to tell me because I wouldn't be able to comprehend it.
No, I'm fairly sure you'll be able to follow.
I'm not as dull as I look. I do have an 8 intelligence.
A what?
Chet, your mental acuity never ceases to amaze me.
Thank you.
But now we really need to like. I'm gonna start walking over towards the marshal.
He sees the
Follow.
4 of you approaching him and filing over. He sort of like sits back in his booth, and just sort of casually, cocks his head, rests his shoulders against the wall.
May I join you? I like point, like I gesture to like
he
empty
gestures
side
to
of the booth.
he gestures to the other side. He's like, "Be my guest."
So I was talking to the innkeeper. I hear that your wife is unwell.
He is.
Well, I'm a trained healer from Shan. I was wondering if you'd like me to have a look and see if I could offer some help.
He's very good.
You're not a halfling.
No, I'm much taller than that.
What I'm saying is, you ain't a Jurasco doctor. What can you do?
Well, you'd be surprised. Well, I have worked in the Jurasco healing houses. for a few years. Picked up a thing or two.
All right, couldn't hurt. Should
I
we
mean,
go now?
Sure.
He slams his the rest of his ale down and tosses the mug onto the table. Sort of lifts his enormous frame out of the seat. Starts walking towards the door. Let's go then.
Lead the way. You don't mind if my friends come along too?
He sort of like glances at each of you. No, it's fine. As he starts walking up the road towards the edge of town. What are you four doing in town anyway?
Trying to find some potatoes.
Potatoes, yeah.
Yep.
Mainly the potato thing. Yep.
Yep.
I see.
Moonwatch hasn't got any potatoes. They got a bit worried. They really
Came
like
up to
potatoes.
ring
You know
bar.
that old joke?
Potatoes.
How many potatoes does it take to kill a moonwatcher?
I don't.
Neither.
None. Because they're starving.
Chet feels very awkward.
He gives like a half chuckle. He's like, that's not bad, actually. I have to remember that.
You're
See?
welcome. Jokes are
Laughing
free.
is the best medicine.
He
I like slowly turn my head to look at Ronan. I'm like, that wasn't bad, Ronan. He's learning.
He stops.
I'm ready.
He stops and walks up the pathway of a small hovel with a very sort of nice garden full of wildflowers, with a very homely white picket fence out the front. Turns back to you. He's like, "Wife likes the flowers."
It's very nice. Lovely.
He opens the front door, walks inside, and he unclips his sheath. Like you notice, like the bastard sword is pretty much almost as long as Rook. He puts it down. It's inside the front door.
How long has she been sick?
A couple of days.
Do you can you be specific?
Well,
I'm just trying to figure out what
She
what may have got her sick in the first place.
she woke with a fever 2 mornings ago. Carried on
Okay, and
the rest of the day like normal, but nightfall came, it got worse. Next morning, she couldn't get out of bed. Her joints are aching. She's sweating buckets. And
apparently there are other people around town
the smell.
who. It's a smell of like rotten eggs.
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
what we're dealing with here?
I think I've seen something like this before. I think I can help you. But I really do need to know anything you can tell me about when she might have gotten sick.
I don't know, what can I say? She woke up that way with the fever. Other than that,
But
she
like,
just
what
been
did she?
working as normal.
Where does she work?
We run a bathhouse, block away from here. Not that kind of bathhouse. We just wash clothes.
Okay. Sorry, I won't delay. I'm sure you're a bit anxious. Please show me to her.
He leads you up the hallway into the bedroom. As you walk inside. Similar situation to what was in the inn. You see she's on the bed, no blankets. You see it's a half-orc woman laying there with human skin tone, a dark human skin tone, but clearly a half-orc. She's got the tusks, small tusks.
Could you please get me like a bucket or a wash basin?
Yeah, can do.
Are we all following you at this point? Like, are we all following into the women's room?
Maybe have, give her a bit of privacy.
Bit of space, please, lads. Let the man do his work. Come on, I'll get you some bread or something. I heard you banging on about the bread.
We got
actually,
any eggs?
Actually, I think I know something. Sorry, could you grab that basin, please?
Oh yeah, I'll be right back. As he's
I'll
fetching the basin.
draw you guys in.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, Chet wants to look over the body just a little bit, like peer over and look at it.
Guys, I think it's in the water.
What do you mean?
What if we've already drank the water?
Well, maybe not like all of the water, but they have a bathhouse, and the last time we saw something like this, it was water-based. And how else are they going to spread this amongst so many people? Unless, they're actually coming into the village at night and fucking injecting.
Don't you know what this thing is?
Not exactly, but I know how to treat it. So I'm going to see what I can do, but do you guys maybe want to... Plus, you were saying that the crazy guy was saying that there was, ships flying overhead and Warforged roaming the town at night. Maybe you guys want to just keep an eye out?
I can hide on the roof and just observate from up there.
Yeah, I think that actually would be a good idea, Chet.
Okay. I walk down, and then from down the hallway, you just hear him go, "Don't mind the noise upstairs." As he walks past the guy who owns the house.
Subtly, please, Chet.
Okay.
Ronan, do you want to have a walk around the town? Just see what we can see.
Sure.
I mean, you don't have to go right now. This won't take long.
At some point.
But we should definitely do that.
Just to get in the
Sorry,
roof.
Josh, you were going to say?
No, it's fine. All good. There's a few more moments pass as he's out fetching the basin. You take in the room, you see a second set of armor draped over a dummy in the corner. The woman herself is also quite robust and muscular, despite her weakened condition. She sort of rolls over in the bed and sort of comes to the consciousness and sees, just Zero standing in the room. She's like, "Who are you?"
Your husband brought me here to help you.
Parker, he's home.
He is. He's just fetching me a wash basin for you. Thought you could, you must be sweltering.
Thank you. Are you a doctor?
Yeah.
Dr. Roundtree couldn't work out what was wrong with me.
Well,
There was a fever. I never felt a fucking fever that feels like it's... She sort of rubs her head for a second.
alright, well, let me see what I can do. I look for Parker.
Parker returns with the basin. Here you go.
Very much. I set it down on the bed next to her. Sorry, on the ground next to her. If you feel like throwing up, just, in the basin, please. And then I'm gonna get out my little holy water spray bottle and cast protection from evil and good on her.
All right.
This may feel a little weird.
You carry the spell out again. I'm not going to do the method acting again. I would I will just describe it again. There's a
I need the mental picture, Josh.
few moments of silence. Oh, fine, I'll do it again. And then the same reaction. All of a sudden, she goes rigid, begins convulsing. This time, she reaches for her head and just sort of fingers digging into her cranium. She's like, "What is it? Make it stop!" Parker behind you freaks out. It's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing to her?"
It's just alright. It's alright. We're just getting the sickness out of her, and I hope Zero says really quietly under his breath.
He drops to his knees next to you and sort of grabs one of her hands and takes it in between the two of his. She convulses for a few more seconds and then has the same reaction, turns towards edge of the bed and just vomits nonchalantly, mostly on the bed. A bit of it goes into the basin. The same green mucus vomit. Is it done?
There you go.
What was that?
I'm not sure, but I've seen it before and I know how to treat it.
Lucky you came here then. Yeah, there's a few more people in town got the same sickness.
Yeah, I've heard. Do you mind? I like point at like the bed sheets. I'm like, probably should destroy those.
Right. I'll cover my hands. I'll put my gloves on. And I'll destroy them too. We can pay you.
Oh, that's not necessary. But I might need your help tomorrow, rounding up the rest of the sick people.
Right. Yeah. First thing in the
like
morning.
if we're gonna treat them,
First light,
need
yeah?
to... Sure.
Alright, I'll meet you at the inn.
Sounds like a plan. So, yeah, well, I can come back and check on her in the morning. You should, you should be through the worst of it now. Now that we've gotten that out of her system.
What's your name?
My name's Zero.
Zero.
Nice to meet you.
Parker. He sticks his hand out for a handshake. Parker to Denise.
Nice to meet you. Sorry,
Social distancing.
yeah, you know, the sickness and,
Right. Yeah. Sorry.
no offense.
No, none taken. Understand.
Just, until we've got a handle on exactly how it's getting from person to person. Let's just play it safe.
Will do. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night.
He doesn't even see you out. He just turns back to his wife. He goes back to his knees.
I'll, like, have one last look at her before I leave.
She seems
I think she's alright.
a little more lucid than when you entered. So.
Alright, I'll, yeah, leave the house.
Alright, Chet is prowling on the roof. I don't know what the other two are doing.
We're just gonna go for a walk around
Yep.
town.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll literally wait till I see him leave, and then I'll hop down. Probably with a couple of roof tiles.
It was Thatch.
Oh. I'll bring some along with me.
Your foot just goes through to the dining room. It's like, oh! Nope.
Yeah,
Chat.
I'll hop down. Sorry,
Definitely.
well, I saw you came out. I got a bit excited.
It's alright. I think he owes me one anyway, so I'm sure he'll be willing to let that slide.
What did you cure her?
I hope so.
What do you mean, hope so? What did you do? Exactly.
Well, the same thing... Wait, the other two, are you guys with us?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, when
We were.
we rescued
The lady.
Amelia
Mm. Yep.
from the people who captured you, they had another facility that we went to and broke in.
Right.
We rescued her, and they had these creatures there, and one of them got into one of our friends.
Mm.
And Amelia taught me a method on how to expel those creatures, protect people from those sorts of ailments. So I just
Right.
figured it was worth a shot here.
And what exactly did you do?
Oh, it protects the body from possession by certain types of creatures.
No, I mean, I'm interested in getting some and maybe making some myself. So
Somewhat.
I can protect myself and maybe make some money on the side. But
Well, you need to have a direct line to the sovereign, as it were.
you mean you cured it in like with prayer?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So no one in this town has faith.
Well, I wouldn't say that. They just maybe haven't explored that as an option yet.
Seems strange in these times, especially living in such a place where the gods almost directly have influence over our lives.
Well, it's actually in the Eberron setting, it's perfectly sensible to be an atheist. There's no evidence
Oh,
that
really?
the gods exist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's no
My
evidence that the
apologies.
sovereigns are actually real.
My apologies. I did not know.
Ah,
Well,
so just like real life.
I mean, I'm used to the idea of having faith. I pray to the sovereign every time I go out on a boat. In fact, and
Even when we caught
trailing
the
off.
ferry from Shan.
Well, yeah,
Moonwatch?
I think in the excitement of going back on, I actually forgot. Where's the closest basin of water? You see him start to get really nervous.
Chet. Well, it's right. We'll find it in the morning.
No. I need it right now. Otherwise, I'm going to bring bad luck to this party. Like you have never seen him this
Chet.
distressed before. No, where's the river from here? And he starts looking around.
There is a well somewhere, but
Well,
we probably shouldn't touch the
Chet.
water.
Jet knows which way the river is.
Okay, Chet runs.
Chet, fuck.
Runs to
follow
the
him.
water. He is putting his hand in his pocket, and pulling it. And okay, I'll describe what you see. You see him run down next to the river, get close, and he starts saying like a prayer, similar to the one that you heard on the boat. When he, do you remember when he raged and he started saying his prayer? Same thing. He's saying exactly the same thing, except for this time, he is putting into the water 40 platinum, 15 gold pieces, and 6 silver. Just throwing it into the water.
Entire,
No, it's half. Half my entire hoard. Because every time Chet goes out into water, as part, well, he'll explain this. I feel much better now. Whew. I got nervous that she was the sea bitch was going to take revenge on me. Oh, no. Oh, and he like sits back and he's like relaxing and almost laughs. He's like, "Oh man, she would have got me."
even by my standards, Chet, that is superstitious.
No. You got to give up half of your hoard to the water, or else the water's going to come get you. It's like a belief trust system.
But surely that only applies to the hoard that you have accrued while on the water.
No. You say that, but plenty of gentlemen and women that I set sail with, took to the waves, and she swallowed them whole because they would not sacrifice enough of their hoard to her. But it's all right. I've got our party's, interest best in mind. I don't mind taking that kind of a hit to my financials. You guys have already made me more rich than I ever been in my life, so parting up with half of it for my faith, I'm more than happy.
Ciro has this like perplexed look on his face for a good like 10 seconds, and he's like, "Okay,
Surely you understand being a man of the cloth."
yeah." It seems extreme.
In what way?
Yeah, Ciro's gonna start walking away. He's like, "Well, I just don't think that, they should be demanding that much of you when they give so little in return."
It's not.
Cue a very long-winded theological discussion while they look for the other two.
The gods only return. It's an offering. It's not that she wants it. We offer it.
Okay, and then what do you get in return for this offer?
Not to drown at sea, or get attacked
So
by
if you
vicious monsters at sea, or
So if you stay on
Similar.
land, you will be safe from their potential wrath.
potential.
Hmm.
But at the same time, like, and you just see like a glazed look over his eyes. There's nothing like being out at sea, and taking what's not yours.
Well, I mean, there's nothing stopping you from doing that on land.
It's the thrill. You're surrounded by things that will kill you.
What about in the air?
Yeah, I
What
mean,
about an airship?
the only experience I've had in the air is with you, gentlemen.
But then you could
Master-
go wherever you want, and you would never have to worry.
I do understand that, but I do feel a lot more comfortable in the sea. And I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't know. My whole life I've spent out in the sea, all 16 years of it.
Yes, well, are you really 16?
Oh yeah, bugbears come of age around 8, 12. I can't remember. We come of age young. I think in human years I would be like 35, 40.
But in actual years, you're only
Yeah.
16.
I believe so. I think so. I'd have to sit and ponder for a bit.
Zero again under his breath. It's like, children.
How old are you, Ciro?
60 something.
You sound pretty good for a 60-year-old, I must say.
Well,
I have no
half-elves
doubt. Wait, you're half elf, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh well, I look and go. You're still young then.
I think that's how old Zero is.
Yeah, that's
If
how
you're
old
60, that's like a third of their lifetime, right?
You told me he was like 68 at the start of the campaign, I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's like a third of your lifetime. pretty
Birthday
much.
coming up
Chet doesn't know. He's forgotten.
for Zero.
Yeah, the important character, right? Yep, I see.
Well, only because
Aw.
his next
Right.
birthday will be good.
The funny number.
Nice.
the funny one. Yeah.
Alright. Meanwhile, Rook and Ronan, just out on patrol, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Chet, Zero on one side of town, heading towards the tavern. Rook and Ronan on the other side of town, heading towards the tavern. The weather has sort of shifted over the last half hour, 45 minutes or so. There's like you see a storm brewing in the distance. Some distance to the south, possibly over the ocean. But the sky sort of has a brief flash and flicker to it every now and then. You're all about to converge on the center of town, back to the tavern, when you hear a shriek, a woman scream from a few blocks away.
I'm waiting.
What? To actually hear a scream?
Yes.
I can't do a woman's scream. My voice is broken.
Wait, get Kate to come in.
They get the sound bite of that classic horror movie scream, and they're like, ow, ow.
Yeah. Which way is it coming from?
Towards the direction you're heading. Somewhere in the center of town.
I'm gonna run towards it.
Yeah, Chet pulls out his longbow and starts running towards it. Trying to keep to the
Oh.
shadows if he can.
Fuck. I'm gonna follow.
I'm gonna follow Rook.
Alright, you'll run ahead. You'll sort of converge, meet up with each other out the front of the tavern. One of the few sort of well-lit areas of town at the moment, with the lantern hanging out the front. As you run up to each other and just sort of look around and try and find the source of the scream, a woman comes running out of a nearby alley, sprinting towards you. Just look of sort of that look of someone running with tears, just running from their from the corners of their eyes. Just, where's the marshal? Where's the marshal?
He's with his wife.
What is it?
Someone's dead. Out front of the well.
Chet gives Ciro a look.
Come on. Let's go. But you first.
So you guys ducking off with the direction she pointed, or?
Yes.
Should we leave her alone?
She's already like pushed past you and like into the tavern.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, she pointed sort of to a darkened square that's like back down the alley where she came from.
Chet will start wandering over that way, and then as soon as he gets closer, he's gonna like put up his hand to the others and just start like quietly trying to move through there.
Move down. You move out of the light of the square where a lantern is flickering out the front of the tavern and into darkness up ahead. Only Chet and Ciro. Chet has dark vision, yeah?
Chet has dark vision.
Only Chet and Ciro can see at the moment. What do the other two want to do?
My rolls have been terrible tonight.
The growing clouds have covered the moon, sort of
Right,
throwing
it's
the
called
town into darkness.
Ronan's gonna throw his orb out.
Alright.
Drift globe, sorry.
Okay. Let me set up the scene real quick.
I'll grab a pebble, Josh, and make it emit light.
We have a light show here, boys.
Best thing, the absolute best thing to come out of that trilogy was that song, like the prequels. Like, I think that fight scene.
Oh, sorry. That whole duel
That fight
is.
scene, the whole duel, and that song is fantastic. What is it called? The
Duel of the Fates.
Duel of Fates.
Alright, we're dialing in.
Oh.
So up ahead, Ronan.
Oh, that lightning!
Ronan
Lightning
casts his Rift Globe into the square up ahead.
Just
you
kind
see
of like size.
an open square with a well in the center. Sort of the back door of some businesses on one of the buildings. Some barrels and crates scattered around. Seems to be a bit of a mess of an alley. And in the front of the well, a man, or what's left of a man, ripped to shreds. In
Shreds, you say?
To shreds, you say. He is the blood-stained ground and his inners just sort of glistening in the periodic lightning flashes.
Chet feels the body. How warm is it?
It's pretty warm. Pretty warm.
I'll look for bloodied footprint
Kills
or,
fresh.
or a trail of blood.
Roll.
Is this the drift globe?
That's the drift globe, yeah. Roll investigation check, Zero.
Can I do like a survival check to look for tracks?
Yes, you can.
That's a bit better.
I'm just picking spookier music.
I can supply spooky music.
Yeah, if you got
need
some,
be.
hit me.
I quite liked the Barovian village ambience in
We've been listening
You know
to
what, it's not
Barovia
actually-
Village Ambience for 2 hours now.
Right, it's time for Barovian Castle ambient.
Is he coming through?
Yeah.
That's not at all what I thought it was going to be.
That's
Apologies.
a bit whimsical.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's literally one called
Nice
Spooky
perspective.
Music Continuous.
Look.
Do that.
So, Zero, total of 12.
12. I am 12.
I'm 16.
And Chet, an 18 on his survival check.
Cannot see anything. Chet, what do you make of this?
I put both my swords, Josh. So
He's
I'm
sniffing the
increasing
ground. Looking
my
around.
AC up.
Yeah, it's the whole
Give-
scene
give the
is
dirt a lick.
a wide, gory mess. Zero, as you look around, you can't discern one. You're just too revolted by the scene, and you can't discern sort of one patch of gore from the other. Chet gets down, sniffs the air. You do see an odd set of tracks. You see what appears to be boot prints, bloody boot prints that lead away into a nearby alley. But you all see
Which direction?
You also see into this direction over here, but you also see several other strange bloody marks, not just on the ground, like some strange smears that lead away as though tracks as well in the same direction as the boots, but not just on the ground, also on the side of the well, on the side of the walls where the tracks lead into the alley.
I found a set of footprints that seem to leave, and he starts following them away from the body, but...
Chet, stop.
Chet,
And he starts
you pick
pointing
up
out...
a hint of sulfur on the air as well.
Do one of you guys shit yourselves?
Is that what your shit smells like, Chet?
He wanders back and just, like, looks down the pants of the guy on the ground. Did he, defecate?
God, it's one of those things from Sturge Base.
What do you mean?
So, you know, I was telling you
as you
before.
say that, Chet, there's a sudden strange noise from one of the alleys nearby. You see a strangely familiar thrashing humanoid shape pass by
It's all dark.
and keep going, pass by the alley gap.
We're not alone.
Can I get perception checks?
You may. Oh, 22. I have knocked an arrow.
Can we leave now? This.
If I was within range, which I probably am, I am in range.
Everyone can hear these noises coming from. Keeps passing, keeps streaking by multiple alleys. You turn, you all go back to back. You're looking around, trying to get a beat on it. It's moving fast. Finally, there's a flash of lightning, and Chet, you spot it up on the roof nearby, standing, bearing down at you in the flash of lightning. Oh, wrong one. Ignore.
Oh, jeez.
Ignore it's not holding a sword, and it's dressed in villagers' clothes rather than soldiers' clothes.
That is a creepy boy.
Standing there are multiple tentacle appendages just thrashing around, as though of their own volition.
Disgusting.
Chet fires an arrow if he can.
Alright.
Oh my god. This is what they were going to disperse at the Urtain Manor.
Yeah. Good.
Everybody, roll for initiative.
I'm leaving the creepy music on for the battle.
Oh, I got creepy. I got battle
Oh, you got
music.
stuff?
Battle music with creepiness.
Go for it. It's off. That's my favorite one. Ooh, I like it. I'm a fan of my music.
All right. Chet, you're able to warn the party because you spotted it. You don't get to fire your arrow till your initiative.
No, that's right.
But nobody is caught off guard because Chet spotted it and warned and was able to, point it out to everyone. So it doesn't.
He just whistles and points.
It doesn't get surprise rounds on anyone. But Ronan, you're the first to react.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to use.
I'm going to use a bonus action to pull out my Sweet Echo right behind it.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to attack. Just move that character sheet to the screen. So with 2 attacks, does it mean I can strike twice with my katana now?
Yeah, you just take 2 katana strikes.
Oh.
All right.
Oh wow! Really, the same.
Both misses. This thing moving with unnatural speed and agility. And as you take your 2 katana swings, it's already sort of mid-dash and like jumping off the roof, and you just don't manage to connect. Zero, it's your turn.
I'm gonna cast Beacon of Hope.
Choose any number of creatures within range for the duration. Each target has advantage on Wisdom saving throws and Death saving throws, and regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing. Wow, that's cool. All right.
And then I'm just gonna make sure that I am never the closest person to this thing. It's like whichever way it's running, I'm gonna like make sure someone's always between me and it, as much as I can.
All right. The thing has already. It's its turn. It lunges off the roof, straight at Chet.
Motherfucker.
This thing is acting sort of with the same savagery that you guys remember the perfected old arc, as he sort of just charges you with just insane, malicious, killer intent. It makes a flurry of claws attack, which is 6 attacks.
Oh boy.
Fuck.
Yeah, we die before even getting to rock base. This is the first.
It's Chet's AC, 15.
15.
Chet, you take 12 damage from the first one.
Oh god.
Oh, here we go.
10 damage
I'll
from the
just stop.
second one.
I'll just start making a new.
The third attack misses.
Ooh, I'm actually. I'll retract that comment then.
Fourth attack hits you for 11.
blood.
Fifth attack misses.
Come on. Good.
Sixth attack hits for 6.
6. All right. As a reaction, wait, is that the end of its turn?
That is the end of its turn, yes.
As a reaction, I will use this, and I'll move 15 feet away without occurring attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
So,
watch. His token's gonna leave a blood trail. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
How good is that?
And as he's walking, he's like, "God damn son of a fuck it!" And he just turns around and puts fires an arrow at it.
All right.
Longbow. Shit, only it's 12.
That is a miss. The longbow, just 2 wounded, doubled over from the multiple gashes he just copped. The arrow goes wide.
All right, and sorry. And I'm going to move. I'm going to use my movement to get into the darkness over here. Oh, where is it? Over here, and I'm going to try and hide.
Okay, roll a stealth check. Look at the blood trail leading to where you are.
Blood trail.
20. You won't find me.
Okay, all
Chet, get back here.
Fuck off.
Next is Rook.
I'm gonna scoop up a stone from the ground, cast magic stone, move over this way, and throw one at it.
Roll it.
18.
That is a hit for 10 damage. Your magic stone just impacts into its flesh with a horrible squelching noise. It sort of turns it doubles over and bares its teeth at you.
Oh, actually, yeah, because I've got the arcane firearm damage, I've actually got a little, I've installed in my arm now, a little magical rail gun. So I put a little stone in there, and fires out with extra speed now.
That's pretty cool.
Sick. Yeah, you can murder busboys even more efficiently.
Fuck off!
You're a monster.
The beast has initiative. It rolls a d6 to see if it recharges its flurry of claws. It does not. It charges Rook after copping the stone. It's like,
Damn it.
very similar to, oh, it left a blood trail too. It's sick. I wonder how long until it starts affecting performance. It makes 2 claw attacks at Rook. Oh, a crit on the first one. Rook, you take 28 damage.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, fuck!
And the second attack, you take 18.
What the fuck?
Oh, sorry,
well,
wait, sorry, I double counted some numbers there, my bad. You take, 13 off the crit, and 6 off the second attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So much better.
That
How
should be
the
a one
fuck
hit.
did I get hit for like 14 off regular scratches? And he gets hit for 13 on a fucking crit.
Yeah, rolled low.
That's some bullshit.
Chet, it's your turn.
Alright. If Chet's hidden, he can attack from where he is with his bow and do a big shoot. So let's do this. And he will get his sneak attack damage.
Is a miss.
Fucking 12.
Still
Jesus
too
Christ.
wounded. You're just quivering your hands. You're starting to go into shock. You loose the arrow and it just flies off into the darkness.
Alright, well, I'm gonna stay hidden, or I gotta hide again. 17 this time.
Ronan, it's your turn.
Seeing Rook in peril is going to dash straight at the beast and do 3 attacks.
Alright, you have advantage with Rook.
You're flanking.
Oh boy! So here's the first one, second one, and then as a bonus action.
Is it just me or do the dice look better now? They look more HD.
Yeah, it had an update. Alright, so one-handed. All 3 attacks hit.
Nice.
First one for 8 damage. Second one for 4 damage. Third one for 3 damage. Good hits. You sort of, dash in and just begin carving away, taking off sort of 1 or 2 of its tentacly appendages, which just sort of spew aberrant blood all over the alley below it. It sort of shrieks in pain, like, and turns around and fixes its gaze on you, Revan. Rook, it's your turn.
Revan? Who's Revan?
Ronan. Freudian slip.
Well, no, he's going for Revan now. Wherever.
Hey man, you wouldn't want to fuck with Revan.
Rook.
Alright, I'm gonna step to the side of it, over to here. Step around it. And blast it with a thunder wave. No, just first level.
Okay. Constitution
make a-
saving throw.
A con save.
Oh, it has. I rolled the wrong one. Oh, that'll do it. Constitution +1. It got a 21. Is it still half damage?
It is half, but it doesn't get pushed away.
Okay. So it takes 8 damage.
Why did that? Oh, because of arcane firearm. Nice.
It's your thunder wave sort of washes over it, but it still doesn't manage to sort of.
Oh, it's actually. Sorry, Josh. It's actually 11 damage, because it's half the thunder damage and then 6 from the arcane firearm.
Oh, okay. Too easy. I just took off 8, so it needs another 3.
Good, gentlemen, good.
All right, Zero. It's your turn.
Seeing as I can't see where Chet is, I'm gonna run over to Rook, and I'm gonna heal him for 25 hit points
Oh shit, that's not bad.
Big snap.
with Cure Wounds at level 3.
You could have followed the blood trail.
No,
Why is
you
it
hit
5?
because it's 3d8 plus 3.
Holy dick! What did you cast?
Oh, sorry, 27.
Yep.
I can do maths.
Because he's got blessing, whatever it's called.
Beacon of Hope means that anytime someone gets healed, they get the max possible healing.
Wow,
Oh,
that's fucking spicy.
oh, that is very tasty.
I'm personally a fan.
Delectable.
Only if you're within 30 feet of me, though, Chet.
Alright, round 3. It has initiative again. It continues to charge at Ronan after copying the battering from his blades. It rolls for recharge. Oh. Hold on to your butts. Here comes a flurry of claws.
No!
Ronan, your AC is currently 19, correct?
It should be 18.
You're dual wielding, so you get plus 1. Counting that?
Yeah, but I was 17 originally because because I don't have any of the power ups from Kyle anymore.
Okay.
So it's
Sweet.
actually
18? Alright, sweet. First one is it
That
hit?
is when you say yes.
You take 8 slashing damage from the first.
Why the fuck?
Second one misses. You take 11 from the third attack.
19.
Fourth misses.
Thank God, not too more.
The fifth misses.
Oh, come on, baby.
The sixth misses.
Hey, it's 19.
You just put up, you put up your blades and just sort of begin parrying away these razor sharp barbed tentacles that it sort of just lashes out with you. You just go into an expert show of bladed martial arts. Zero, it's your
Oh,
turn.
yeah. Mate.
Chet! Chet, where are you? I can't see him. I cast Guiding Bolt attack on the creature.
That's a hit, roll for damage.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Holy
Wow, that's
shit!
Oh!
Oh.
Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room.
Alright, 25. Zero just unleashes a radiant Kamehameha between the two of you. It impacts on it. It throws its like head and tentacles back and shrieks like sort of even all its clothes just get sort of like blasted away. And you get a better look at its just mutated, warped, aberrant body. Next attack against it has advantage. And Chet, it's your turn.
Chet is going to enter a rage, and if you allow, I think during weapons, will you allow me to do that as a move during my move action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can draw.
He will drop his longbow, enter a rage, and just go "Ah!" and run out of the shadows to there, drawing out his scimitar and his rapier, and he is going to do 2 attacks against him.
First one has advantage.
Yes. So I'll roll that one twice. Hold up, glad I
Why
did that.
didn't you just press the roll with advantage?
Well, because I've forgotten. It's been a while, and it doesn't matter. I missed with
Ah.
those ones,
That was a miss.
and so's the other one. And then with his scimitar, taking full 12.
That one is a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Chet runs screaming out of the alley and buries his scimitar into it.
Yeah, at arm's
slaying
length.
it. Combat 1.
I'm a bit fucked up, boys.
You did good, Chet. I like pat him on the back,
Give
heal
us a
him.
thumbs up. I
Third.
could do some of that holy touching that you do,
Have
but not that kind of holy touch, but the good kind, you know.
have 38 HP.
Oh my.
Oh, damn. You've slain the aberration. You're standing in an alley. Most of you covered in blood and gore after
I'm
what
not
just
trailing blood
happened.
anymore.
Yeah, it stops trailing blood once you heal. How good is that module? That's so cool.
Sick.
Discuss.
Is it another? Is it
Sorry.
escape?
I guess we don't have time to wait until morning. Ciro's
Oh,
gonna run
whoops.
back to the inn.
Yeah, Chet's sitting there after being healed, just like feeling around for his wounds, making sure everything's closed up. He's still a little bit injured, but I mean, if I was to give it a number, it would be one less than like what he would feel normally. But yeah, no. Chet,
Ronan
if
will
you
take-
start running, Chet will follow,
Yeah, same with Ronan.
Oh, are we not gonna
picking up his longbow on the way.
I'm gonna
What
stay
was
here
that?
and examine this weird tentacle creature.
Okay. Roll an investigation check, Rook. Or a medicine check. Up to you.
I'm sorry, Josh. I did not mean for that to happen.
25.
That's alright.
Just ignore him.
25. Pretty good. Alright, so you examine what's left of the creature after Ronan cut it to ribbons. And Ciro blasted it with radiant energy. It is indeed extremely similar to what Old Dark was turned into. If anything, it seems a little more... good idea. It seems a little more sort of...
Perfect.
Yeah, a little more perfect. Just the fact that Old Dark was...
Already dead.
Well, he was sort of a walking corpse that was turned into this strange aberration, whereas this guy, you can only
Salt
assume,
in the wound.
was in better condition when he underwent said transformation. As I said, he's dressed in villager's clothes. You personally don't recognize him.
He wasn't drained of literally all of his life force at one time.
Yes, he wasn't a withered husk.
No.
Yes. Yeah, and that sulfur smell is emitting off it that you would have got a whiff of before when you went to the marshal's house.
Did Uldark admit an eggy smell as well? Or was that just because of what was in his bag?
I'm gonna say I didn't point it out at the time, but yes.
But yeah.
he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I check its pockets. Does it have any loot? Any cash? Coins?
No, it's just wearing what's left of its villager's rags.
Okay.
I will say, yeah, pretty much the smell back at the lab when you smelled Old Dark was kind of like combined with all these other just weird and abhorrent smells. Like the tank of intellect of ours was giving off a stench. Those green glowing tanks in the next room were giving off another stench too. Like, so, but now, like in retrospect, you do recall smelling that back at the lab.
I want to, not without touching it, I want to lean down and is the sulfur smell coming from like all over this creature or specifically the tentacle parts of it?
Yeah, well, it's basically despite the decals on screen, it spewed out green blood as it was sliced up by Ronan, which is giving off that's the sulfuric smell.
Yeah, okay. Are you still here, Chet?
He ran
Yeah,
off
I'm still
after
here.
Ciro. Oh, did you say?
Yeah, because I said I wanted to check his pockets. So
Oh, okay, yeah, you
I
did
am.
too.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, my hands are like hands deep in his pockets at the moment, trying to find any kind of coin.
Chet,
Yeah.
maybe don't touch him, mate.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it only touched me. I mean, and you suffered the
Yeah,
consequences of that thing.
we don't need to keep touching it though, do we?
Well, I guess not. I'll leave it.
How good are your skills, mate?
Say again.
How good are your tracking skills?
I mean, depends what we want to track.
Well, I want to see where this thing came from. I mean, it was flitting around the outside of this opening area. What do you call this? Clearing.
I did see a set of footprints go this way, and I did notice that some of the blood did look peculiar down this way. I'm not sure why, but
now, looking at it now with hindsight, you can see that the blood smears on the walls were caused by the tentacles like raking the wall as it left the scene. And you see that the trail leads into the alley and then up the wall and onto the roof where
it
ambushed you from.
Apart from where it went to attack us, where it came from, I can't tell you much more. I'll stick my head in the well and look down. Is there a well? I swear there was a well. Yeah,
there is a well.
There. Yeah. Well. I will look inside.
With your dark vision,
Tell me what I spot.
Surface of the water below. Nothing out of the ordinary.
The only thing in down here is just water. I'm not too sure where the creature came from. Maybe. I mean, it could have possibly like changed. It was just a normal citizen that changed while being walked with the other human that got attacked. Possibility. Could be instantaneous. It's a shame Sierra isn't here. Oh well. Well, I think the only thing we can do now is sleep.
I mean,
I'm
shouldn't
tired.
we look out for any more infected people in case they turn during the night?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. But didn't they say like a large majority of the town were infected?
Well, I believe nope not.
Well, if we do think it's coming from the water, which I think we discussed at some point, so that we all have that information, therefore that's why Chet's saying it. We should probably gather the bathhouses' documentation and registration forms that they should have for this pandemic and track them down and see where they went into isolation.
See if we can like trace whoever got in contact with the people that were there.
Or even with the water itself. Ciro stopped me going near the river nearby because he thought I might get infected from whatever was coming down upstream. I still went to the water, but I didn't touch it. Just threw things in the water.
Alright.
Alright, well let's see if we can catch up with the others.
Yeah, I think it's...
Before we go, Josh, I would like to cast Scorching Ray on this thing's corpse.
Incinerate it. Alright.
Yeah.
Good idea.
The alley lights up as Rook sterilizes the corpse of the aberration. The sulfuric smell burns even hotter, stings the nostrils. Meanwhile, over at the tavern, Ciro and Ronan are arriving.
I'm just gonna like run in through the front door.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in here?
So by this point, the tavern's it's still going. A few of the patrons have left. Not quite as busy as when you were last there, but the barkeep
Where's
still
the
serving up
screaming
drinks.
woman?
It is a little chaotic inside. The screaming woman is sort of like crying in the corner on one of the booths. She's being comforted by a few others of the townspeople. The innkeeper sees you coming in, runs over to you. What is it? What's going on out there? Is someone dead?
I need to see everyone who was infected right now. Anyone who's coming down with a fever in the past few days, we need to bring them here right now.
Right. I can give you a list of the ones I'm aware of. Maybe just the ones I know, though, personally. I can't count for everyone, but I'll do what I can.
How many do you think you know of?
Two. Two more, not including the marshal's wife and our friend out back.
Alright. Yeah, can you do that?
I can.
Who are they?
He scribbles down the names and addresses of the two people that he knows of that have come down with a fever in the last 48 hours and hands them over to you.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna like stand up on the bar or on a table.
Actually,
And like,
he sort of, wait, maybe we should add one more name to that list. Maybe this is why I haven't seen Ferrum for a few days and he's missed his deliveries. Maybe he's sick too.
what does Ferrum look like?
He's an old halfling. Grey, salt and pepper beard, sunburnt skin. You can't really miss him, really. There's not really anyone else in town like him.
The creature we just destroyed was human, right? Wasn't a halfling?
It was human, yeah.
Alright, thank you. Now I'm gonna stand up on the table and just like shout to get everyone's attention.
Go for it.
Oh, hang on. What can I do? Right, fuck it. Let's like, attention, everyone! Do they?
Yeah, everyone turns. It's the...
Right. As I'm sure you're aware, there has been a sickness making its way around the village in the past few days. Now, it's treatable, but it's quite serious, so I need to know right now if you or any of your family have come down with a fever in the past few days.
One patron comes forwards, an elderly man in the corner. He's like, my neighbor's sick. He's got the fever.
Right, can you and then like, can you come over here, please? And I point to next to Ronan.
Yeah. As you interview him, the name that he gives you is one that's already on your list.
Sweet.
The marshal's wife, like someone calls out. Basically, everyone only calls out names that are already on the list.
Sweet. All right, now everyone, I need you to stay here while I go out, treat these people. We need to make sure that no one else gets sick. I like then step down and like have a quiet word with the innkeeper. I'm like, can you do that? Can you keep him here for a little bit?
Sure, I'll keep an eye on him.
All right, I'll try to be as quick as we can. Ronan, and I point to like the elderly guy who came over. Like, can you show me to your neighbor's house?
I can. Follow me. Leads you out. You hurriedly make your way across town, just a few blocks away. Like, this is my house here. That's his house here. That's Gerald's house.
All right, Ronan, let's go. Can you wait out here, please? I'm gonna need your help to find these other people, and I'll like hand him the list.
Oh, to
Let's go.
the man that led you.
To the man, yeah.
Okay.
So like, we'll be right back.
Right. So you move over towards his neighbor's house, this guy Gerald. You see, as you get there, you see the front door damaged, hanging on by just the bottom hinge, and standing open,
Broken in or broken out?
broken out. You enter the house. It's dark. There's some smoldering embers in the hearth in the living room. We're casting a very small mote of light around. You smell that sulfuric smell that you're getting. That's so familiar now. Move towards the bedroom. You find it's a scene of destruction in there. The bed's torn, duck feathers all over the place. That green, mucusy liquid was splashed here and there. The bed stained with them. Furniture knocked over.
Well, hopefully that was. We better check on these other people before they start running loose around the town.
Yep. It's only a matter of time.
I'll like hurry. Yeah, we'll head back outside.
Yep.
Zero, I get you to look at my wounds. This looks like I've been a bit more, have more fights.
Can you get the kid to heal you? I think I might need to save my energy for stopping these creatures.
That's true. Well, let's find the other two and then go ahead door to door, because you might be able to catch them halfway through.
Yeah,
And if-
well, I think we're going to check these people first. We know they're sick.
Yeah, no.
Alright,
The second
excuse me,
name
sir,
on the
can you
list.
take me to the next one?
Yeah, he has a look. He's Miss Fenwick. She's old half elf. Lives with her husband. Just on the river's edge. Follow me. He leads you over. It takes roughly 2-3 minutes. You arrive at the river's edge to a small cottage. Door intact in this place. No light in the
Knock on the
windows.
door.
You knock on the door.
Just,
There's some moments
Be
of
ready, Ronan.
silence, or you finally hear some light footsteps coming down the hallway. The door opens.
back away from the door before it opens.
There's a wide-eyed old halfling man in his pajamas, sort of hunched over, holding a candlestick. He's over. Yes. Well, what is it? Who are you?
I'm here about your wife. She's sick, right? She's got a fever.
Yes. She's terribly sick. It's
Yes,
getting
I'm
worse.
I'm a doctor from Shan. I need to treat her immediately.
Oh, thank the sovereigns! Come in, come in. She's in the bed now. Sort of hunched over, holding this candlestick, leads you back up the hallway. He sort of turns.
Is he
and
like in like a nightgown or something?
Yeah.
You haven't been sleeping in the same bed as her, have you?
Oh no, we haven't slept in the same bed for years. I snore terribly, you see.
Alright, just making sure.
She's in here.
How long has she been sick for?
2 days. Give or take half a day.
After you. Don't want to just barge in on your wife.
He sort of walks into the room first. Walks over. There's a sort of bundled up, sort of human, bundled up half-elf woman on the bed. He sort of touches her lightly on the shoulder. Beverly, there's a doctor here from Shan. He's come to help us. She sort of groggily rolls over. See, sweating profusely as well. Again, the pillow just stained with sweat. That's sulfuric smell emanating through the room.
I don't even wait for her to talk. I just like protection from good and evil, or evil and good straight away.
She, it's a little more unpleasant than the last two. She begins to shriek and contort violently. Her elderly body almost unable to handle the expulsion of this aberration. The old man breaks down into tears as you carry the procedure out. And finally, after what seems like minutes and minutes of screaming, she finally vomits and goes limp on the bed. You feel for a pulse. She's still alive.
She'll be fine. Sorry about the mess. But it was necessary.
It's okay. Thank you for helping us.
It's alright. I'll be back to check on her tomorrow. When you're cleaning up this stuff, make sure you don't get any of it on you. And you'll need to destroy these soiled bed sheets.
I will take the utmost care.
Alright, I'm sorry I can't stay to comfort her a little bit more, but there are other people who are sick that I have to get to.
Thank you, Doctor. Doctor, what's your name?
I've already left.
Yeah, he sort of like gestures like around the corner and sees you like walk out and shut the door. What's next?
There was the third name, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Ferrum.
They gave you Ferrum's name. The guy that lives at the farm with the windmill.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the guy. I just like asking this guy. This is the guy at the windmill, right?
Oh, to the guy that's escorting you.
To our villager friend. Yes. Sorry.
Oh yeah. You can't really miss his place. You know the windmill
Yeah,
is, yeah.
I think it shouldn't be too hard to find.
Right. I might go...
Which side of town is it on?
He gestures to the northwest.
Alright. Thank you very much. Please go back to the inn and stay there.
I will.
Alright, Ronan, let's find those others and let's get up there.
Alright. Are all four of you together right now?
I'd say we would have met up eventually, possibly when he left the other property.
We're gonna track them down and then we're gonna go to the windmill.
Yep.
Okay. So you group up and then head to the farm. It's just outside. Yeah. Go
We'll
on.
cast Cure Wounds
Oh yeah.
on.
Kid, can you look at Ronan?
Yeah, I imagine he would have asked me. How badly hurt are you, Ronan?
Uh,
Let's have a look, man. Do a
He's-
perception check.
few scratches.
I'll cast it twice on you.
I can.
There you go, 13 total.
Yeah, perfect. Just a little bit.
You make your way outside the town limits. This windmill farm is a few minutes away. Up ahead in the distance, in the flashes of lightning here and there, you can see this enormous windmill. As you get higher and higher on the hill, you see the wind is actually beating quite hard. The windmill is spinning rapidly. You can see the farmhouse itself is at the foot of the hill, where the windmill is. Dark, dormant, but there is a flickering light coming through a small window inside from behind the windmill's blades, which you see flash periodically as the blades pass by. Can I get perception checks as the four of you approach?
True that.
14. When you hear the beat, when you hear the beat.
18.
Oh, perfect. Incrementing by 2.
Zero, you do spot, as you get closer, the the window behind the windmill's blades becomes less of a speck in the distance, and you can see it better. You see the movement of someone inside.
Rapidly, like rapid movement or slow movement?
You just like someone casually passing the window or something like that.
Yeah, okay. So it's not like some frenzied creature running about.
No.
Okay. Sweet. Let's keep going.
Alright. So the four of you approach.
Whoops.
As you make your way up a path that on either side of the path, a fenced off field, wheat on one side, potatoes on the other. As you approach, you see a farmhouse as well as some additional sheds, tool sheds and whatnot outside, and a windmill behind it with a 15-foot sort of ledge with a path that winds around the side to get up to the windmill itself. As you approach, you make your way into the center of the complex, in between the farmhouse and the sheds, and find yourself at the foot of the ledge with the windmill on it, up in front of you. A figure walks into view. Humanoid. It's
Six limbs.
It's carrying a torch next to it. No, normal amount of limbs. It's carrying a torch next to it, which it you can't make out their features at first, but then it sort of is holding the torch as in the position where you can't make out who they are, and then sort of moves the torch into view directly in front of the four of you.
Chet's got a longbow with arrow knocked, half drawn, pointing towards this figure.
Ronan,
Therum?
you recognize the figure standing in front of you as he moves into the light. You see, standing in front of you, once upon a time, your brother in arms, the prototype warforged by the name of Fang, who has a penchant for poisons, standing above.
It's been a long time, Ronan.
Oh, actually, sorry, he would have called you Blade.
It's been a long time, Blade.
It's Ronan now. Hello, Fang.
How close are we, by the way?
Yeah, so he's on a 15-foot ledge above you, sort of looking down.
Yeah, right, okay, so I can't quite jump at him.
It must be the will of the prophecy that we meet again.
It must be.
Only this time it is I who will leave you face down in the mud.
Oh.
Bring it on.
He throws the torch to the ground, draws his two kukris.
I draw my swords as well.
Let's bring you guys into the scene.
I do have vision in the scene.
Alright, yeah, I gotta drop your tokens in.
Oh my god!
The windmills.
That's the
wow.
only reason for this inclement weather.
That's insane. That's an insane map.
If he walks behind, is he going to be whipped off the map? Oh, there's no initiative tracker. Is this like one of those battles where we're just going to let those two fight it out?
I wouldn't.
I don't think that's our decision.
Well, yeah. It's up to you guys.
This is something Captain needs to do for himself. No, he doesn't!
Oh, man. Hang on. Is Chet the only one that's rolled for initiative so far?
I'm happy to re-roll.
Just roll it again and I'll add it in manually.
That's no, it's fine. I'll just roll that 13. I will go with the 13, not whatever it was before. I'm happy with the 13. My girlfriend just dropped me off chocolate. A Harry Potter chocolate frog.
Chocolate frog. They
Oh,
still
nice.
make those?
Yeah, well, in Canberra, we have the Harry
Hogwarts.
Potter store in Fishwick.
Oh.
There's a Harry Potter store. And middle of last year, it got ram raided. Alright.
Alright,
Oh, the frog's gone.
Isn't it on the Esplanade?
Know where it is, but it's right next to a really cool. Ah. Oh. Well, Cass just gave me her card that she got. She got Bertie Butts.
thank you very much
Look,
for the
it
cheers,
moves.
Savage 32. Appreciate
I
it.
also have a Gilderoy Lockhart.
Oh, boys.
Alright. Fang has drawn initiative.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Of course he has. He always got to go first.
Well, this is your guys' battle. We're not involved. We'll let you do it. It's fine. You can fight him.
Oh boy.
He
Cat.
lunges! Vroom, jumps down. Both cookeries first. Downwards, stabbing, awesome slow motion dive off the ledge towards Ronan. 2 short sword attacks. It has advantage on his attack rolls because no one's taken a turn besides him yet.
Man.
What? Why doesn't Ronan have that?
About to be a bloodbath.
Can we replace our robot?
Oh, fucking hell. Alright, Ronan,
Oh, there we go. Yep.
can you
How
make
much?
2 constitution saving throws for me, please?
God damn it. Yep. 1, 2.
Ronan, you take 56 damage as he buries both cook. Oh wait, sorry. What's your? Do you have resistance to poison?
Yeah, I have advantage against being poisoned.
Oh, okay. Roll 2 saving throws again for me then. That was your first one. You
And-
failed. You failed the first one. Roll another one with advantage.
Don't fail
Okay.
again. What is your max hit points, Ronan?
That's okay. Ooh.
Oh!
What's your max hit point? What is your max?
Okay, you
Okay, that
passed
one.
your second one. So do you just
What's
have
your-
advantage on saving throws? You don't have resistance or anything?
It says resistance as well. Yep.
Okay, alright, sweet. So, you take a total of, so you pass the first one. So the first stab, not that bad. You take 4 piercing damage. Second one, you take a total, you take 7 piercing damage and 11 poison damage.
Okay.
Okay, so 22. Right.
As he jumps down with a
Oh,
downward,
boy.
with a Ahsoka style double slashing motion with his cookery, straight across the front of you. Rook, it's your
No,
turn.
I'm bleeding.
Well.
I seen this dude jump down, immediately dump the protector bot onto the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Zoom.
What's your max
Uh,
hit points?
I will
Um,
activate it at the same time. For 11, everyone gets 11/10. And I'll use my action I'm gonna touch Ronan's blade and increase its sharpness with magic weapon. Oh, sorry, shit. No, that's a bonus action. I can't do that.
Ha.
I love it.
Um,
But yeah, no, that would be an insta-kill for you. Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
I'll just cast Cure Wounds again on Ronan. Send a little spider bot out and then fucking leg it.
Alright.
Did it
Right.
roll? No?
What?
Cure Wounds? No, there it is. 12 healing, Ronan.
Thank you.
Ronan, it's your turn.
Cool. All right. So as a bonus action, I'm going to summon my Echo. And then I'm going to attack with do 2 attacks with my katana.
Is a miss.
Yeah.
Both misses.
Oh god.
He parries them aside expertly with his kukris.
Fang, you bitch!
Alright, Chet.
Chet rages, drops his bow, runs over here, and tries to grapple him.
Ooh. Roll an athletics check.
Athletics, so this is +2 on top of this because I am raging. At the
Oh, it
moment.
should, the Beyond 20 should add it.
Hold up, I will just make sure that I am raging. Barbarian, rage, you are raging. There we go. Alright, gentlemen. Oh, lucky. A 14.
Ooh, he got a 13.
I got him grappled. He's grappled.
Nice.
Nice.
Like, fucking grabbing him.
Zero, it's your turn.
Kill him! Wait, hold up a sec. Can't take any actions, right? Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I was just thinking. Will hold person work on a Warforged?
Only one way to find out, but...
I'm gonna cast hold person on Fang.
What do you say? We are people? Come on, man.
Although we already had that discussion, you weren't.
Alright, he makes a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. Oh shit, he is paralyzed. Zero whole persons him. He goes. Chet, you feel him all of a sudden stop struggling against your grapple. Next round, Chet, you have initiative.
I am reading the paralyzed thing. A paralyzed creature is incapacitated, see the condition, and can't move or speak.
Crit, I'm hearing?
Yes, let me get to the creature automatically fails strength checks, dexterity saving throws, attack rolls against any creature advantage. Main thing here, any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is in 5 feet of the creature.
You're welcome.
Can I let go, draw my scimitar and rapier, and just plunge them into his chest?
You can draw one weapon.
I will draw my pike and plant it into his chest.
Alright. Roll the hit.
Actually, no, sorry, I will do my rapier. It seems more fun.
Roll the hit with advantage.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay.
Nice.
That is a
24.
hit. Roll for critical damage.
Alright, hold up. I'll just click that thing where it's automatically crits, force crit, and bam.
Total of 21 damage.
Yeah. Oof. And I got my rapier out.
Unable to move.
Oh. Yeah,
Yes,
it did add the
emits
rage damage.
a gurgled groan as you plunge your rapier into him, and there's a splatter of alchemical fluids.
Oh, he can't talk.
He didn't talk.
Paralyzed.
He didn't
He's
talk.
paralyzed.
He didn't talk.
Did he vocalize that?
He didn't talk.
Alright, fine.
I can't tell he's in pain. No emotion.
Zero, it's
Alright.
your turn.
I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds on him.
I like the idea of you just placing your hand on him. It's like, oh, quick.
Oh, no!
It is. You
No.
try to inflict wounds, but you cannot find purchase through his armored
Oh, no, he's-
plating. And it is.
Oh dear. I'm like, and then I'm gonna take a step back. That's alright.
Alright. Ronan, it's your turn.
Okay, cool. So
Is it not
I'm-
his turn?
No, he's got 0 initiative. He is. Can't move.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do a lot of attacks at the moment. So I'm just counting them all up for a sec. Let's see. Where is my...
Do them all through your ghost, they'll be at advantage. Or
They're at
whatever.
advantage anyway.
Oh, right, sorry.
Okay,
Double
unleash
advantage.
inclination. Alright, here we go.
Playing Jeopardy. Jeopardy.
Alright, so I'm going to... Normal attack. Normal attack.
Why aren't you rolling with advantage?
What do I have advantage with?
He's paralyzed.
Ah.
And then when you
That could
hit,
just
you
be.
do
That's one attack.
That's one attack and let's roll.
the one
Which
hit.
hits. So roll with auto crit.
Yeah, because he's paralyzed, you auto crit.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you hit him, you auto.
So how do I auto crit?
So go up
The
to
beyond
your.
20. Go and beyond 20,
Yep.
and you can force critical hits.
It's like in the top section above, right above where the heart is.
So now roll with advantage, another one.
That is a hit too.
Alright,
so I'll
cool.
just do the damage of that one for the first one. Are you one or two-handed at the moment?
I'm two. I got dual wielding.
Alright, and just roll one more for the other attack that hit.
Just a normal one. So
No.
advantage?
Every hit is critical, so you have. We're trying to get your critical damage at the moment.
Oh, right.
So just roll. Doesn't matter if you hit or not. We'll just take the critical damage. I think that's what Josh was saying. Yeah.
Alright.
Fuck.
Alright, Ronan, you continue. You lay into your defenseless old friend, slash him 2 ribbons. Rook, it's your turn.
I was gonna say I
Don't
wasn't
you get a
done.
third attack?
Yeah, I'm going to now do my third attack and then
So do it with advantage with auto crit on.
Yeah.
actually I'm sorry, I'm gonna use my Unleash Incarnate. So my Echo is going to attack with this one.
Okay.
So rolling with advantage.
Is a hit.
11.
And then I'm going to take my Action Surge. Again.
Is a hit.
I'm then going to use my Unleash Incarnate again.
Holy shit.
I'm then going to attack my bonus action on Wakazashi. Which is...
Do you want me to leave? I can go. I'll get one attack.
You're not sure at which point he expired,
49 damage. Jeez.
but you go into an anime flurry with your katana and Wakazashi. By the time the whole person wears off, you know the scene in Resident Evil where the lasers go through the dude and then he just falls apart into pieces.
Yep.
He just falls into a pile of warforged muscle, plates, and fluids. And a second later, the red glow in his eyes fades out.
Can I check out his daggers?
Ronan's going to curb stomp his head, like it's...
Oh shit. Rona, what did he do to you, mate?
Oh, nothing. Just, you know, can't
This is
hack
how I
it.
treat my friends.
Yeah, everyone thought I did some bad stuff because of him, you know, like, just, yeah, he's gotta go.
Well, I guess. I mean, I'm fine with it. That was kind of a hoonini of an attack. Well done, Blade. And he gives you like an elbow. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had to make sure I already killed him once before, so, you know,
Oh,
double tap.
you guys seem to have a lot of friends that come back from the dead.
Yeah, I'm noticing a bit of a pattern as well. Anyway, let's have a look what he's got.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
want
to
to look
search
at
him.
his. I want to look at his daggers that he had.
He's just carrying 2 kukris.
Ooh. Cool.
That's it, nothing else on him?
No.
Where did the poison come from? He must have poisoned his blades before he came down, and only had one for each. Bastard.
Those.
Well, I'll take the kukris if that's. I'll take the kukris if that's alright with a blade.
sure.
All
Well, that's one development.
right.
Oh, get the torch.
Ah, did he? You throw my drift globe up if you want. Wee, wee.
Alright. What
I just
do?
feel cookery.
Who's left on the list?
AUKRI.
No, it's not popping up. We.
0.
It's
Sorry, it
short.
was
They're just
the-
short swords. Short swords.
Okay.
The guy who lives here, Ferrum.
He's the last one. I'm assuming
No,
he's...
he's the last one they know of.
Well, you can... Let's go and see if he's still alive, shall we?
And
Yeah.
walk
So
up
which
and-
one of these buildings looks like a house?
So yeah, the house is at the base of the. Don't have to worry about the map. The
Windmill?
house is at the base of the ledge.
Okay. Yep.
One of the ones that you're adjacent to. So you open the door, unlocked, and move inside. You find an old. First, there's a smell as you enter the house. Different, not sulfur this time. Smell of a decomposing body. You find a halfling with a hard. You don't see he's on the floor in front of the hearth in a pool of blood. But you notice that the wound itself quite small, targeted incision, and he has as you inspect him, Zero, you see he's clearly been poisoned. Vascularity to the purple vascularity to the veins in his temples and up and down his neck.
Is he alive?
No, he's dead.
Ah,
And it
so
looks
it's
like
not
it looks like he's been dead for a few days at least.
You can
Yeah, I
smell,
figured
right?
that.
You should be able to smell the stench of his corpse.
Yeah, they want the stench though, didn't they? Yeah, well, it makes sense that Fang would kill him. Alright,
What? Why? This doesn't
Well-
make sense to me at all.
He came out of the house. And, you know...
Yeah, but why was he here?
That, I'm not too sure. That's... I'm kind of...
Why don't you
I
ask,
think we're
brain
really
about- oh.
trying to.
why don't you ask
figure
the
out
pieces of him?
I didn't expect. Oh, jeez.
Does he have a black box or something?
Yeah, does he have a backup memory storage?
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, who is he in relation to you, Blade?
That's a long story.
I have time.
We're standing in the middle of a field
That's fine.
No, we're inside a building.
We're now inside a building.
with a rotting
Is
corpse.
it? Is this better? Yeah, the corpse is. I mean, there's nothing we can do about that.
But like, why was? Okay, fine. You can tell us that later, Ronan.
Is there a bow?
But he murdered this guy several days ago, and
A
he's
wizard?
still hanging around.
This is obviously his hideout in town. Because multiple people have been poisoned at different times. The drunkard I spoke to in the bar said that he saw him last night skulking around. So he must be poisoning certain people throughout the days, and this is where his first stop-off was. Unfortunately to the poor victim.
I'm gonna go up to the windmill.
Okay. You follow the winding
'Cause
path.
that was where Fang came out of, right?
Yeah.
You follow the winding path up to the windmill. Inside, there's a small cooking fire lit inside one of those. Can't remember what they're called. You know those cast iron ovens. The old cast iron ovens that you light the fire inside of with like and then the chimney comes out of it and connects to the roof, and
Like a hearth.
yeah, there's one of those with the fire lit inside it with the grill open, which is casting the flickering light out the window. you see he seems to have set up like a small camp inside. You find sharpening tools, like a whetstone. Ronan, you know he had the same discipline with you as you, with keeping blades sharp constantly.
Well, when exactly how Ronan would do it, so.
There is a poisoner's kit sitting in the corner next to a bedroll.
Wouldn't mind that. Are you going to take that, Ronan?
That's all yours.
Oh, fantastic. We'll go over. Just go through it.
I'm
Grab
gonna
it.
just like rifle through all of his stuff. I'm looking for. Yeah, well, I mean, is there anything else any other belongings that he has here?
So give me 1 sec.
This is mighty exciting.
Yeah, I asked more questions before I killed him, to be honest.
I mean, do you think he would have told you any questions?
No,
Sorry, any answers?
no, he wouldn't have. I guess that's why I was so keen to go forward with the fight.
There is a pair of dice along next to the poisoner's kit. Ronan, you remember he had sort of a penchant for dice games in the spare time between missions when you weren't
He's a
training.
scoundrel. Only scoundrels use poison.
Engraved,
Yep.
carved and engraved out of bone.
Ronan, would you like the dice?
No, you can have them.
Mighty kind.
I don't gamble.
Breastcoat. What kind of bone do they look like?
You can't tell.
Oh.
What's in the poisoner's kit? Is it just like...
I will tell you. Poison's kit includes vials, chemicals, and other equipment necessary for the creation of poisons. Proficiency with this kit lets you add your proficiency bonus to the ability checks to make or craft or use poisons.
Okay, so basically what I'm looking for is like if Fang was the one poisoning these people with like this current shit, where's the rest of it?
You don't find anything along those lines, but there is a series of empty vials, like on a bandolier. With
How many?
6, with a little bit of residue on the inside.
Does it look like... Is it green residue?
It does look as it have a green tinge to it.
Spooky green?
Spooky green, yes.
The kind of green that brings you up, that makes you go bump in the night.
Possibly.
Fuck.
Well,
I think we found the cars of all these people, so I guess it wasn't the facility up the road then.
No, but where did he get it from?
Yeah, why did he do it?
Well, I think we should be
He's
asking...
probably working for them.
Well, either that or...
We don't know that for sure, do we?
The next best person to talk
Where
to
else
about...
do you know that makes this sort of stuff? I don't like actually touch the bandolier, but I just like...
Best person to talk about tactics and why he's doing this is probably the guy who knows him. But...
Yeah, look, he's just using the same gear that we used back in the day. So,
And who did you work for back in the day? Look, technically you're putting all of our lives...
Syrian Black Ops, technically. So what I used to fight for doesn't technically exist anymore. So, and like I said, I'm surprised to see Fang because last time I saw him, I killed him.
And why? And where? And what were the circumstances?
I'm not actually gonna say the whole backstory because it's fucking long, but because you guys know my backstory, right? I've explained it before.
No, they don't.
No.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Come on. In-person roleplay, let's do it. Even if it's the shortened version, and then you kind of
I'll
do a
just,
fast talk afterwards.
All right,
Be Ronin, not wanting to bring this information out, but kind of feels like they have to. Come on.
Yes, well, so it all began I was created, as you know, I was created with special
Oh.
purposes.
We're starting right at the beginning.
Yeah,
Man
well,
and
you
woman
need
love
the
each
whole
other
thing,
very
don't
much.
you? I was worked for a black ops group called the Still Shadows. We did a lot of bad things, did a lot of things during the war. But then it got to the point where my commanding officer did not like what we were doing, and he was always good to me, treated me like a person, not a object. So I decided to. He, for his own reasons, decided to mutiny against the high command. My brethren, including Fang, were told to attack him, including myself. I protected him, and by protecting him, I had to kill all of my brothers. It was then after that I then fell in with the Salonans. They looked after me. And, yeah, but in terms of Fang, I haven't seen him since that night that I put him in the ground. So anyone at that point could have grabbed
How
him.
certain are you that you killed him?
Well, apparently not certain enough.
Well,
It
I
was
think
it was on the river and stuff like that. He could have gone into the water without me noticing because it was me versus multiple other opponents. So I didn't have like a lot of time to stick around to check all the bodies. I kind of like as it happened, I had to go and run away as soon as I could. I didn't
What
know
happened
was
to
going
your
on after
old
that.
commanding officer?
He unfortunately didn't make it.
I get the
Okay.
name now. I get the name. It just clicked. You know, he's called himself a Ronin. His real name's Blade, obviously, and because he's got this kind of a persona as such, and he's become a Ronin, and he's taken
what?
on that name as his own, Ronin.
I don't know what that means.
I get the name.
That's
Wait,
his name.
I
Exactly.
realized I was doing that in the accent. I was actually meant that out of character. Yeah, no, I get your name now. Okay, fuck yeah. Okay. Props.
Anyway, so
Yeah, no, what do you mean by Ronin?
no. So anyway, I haven't seen anyone. I haven't seen any of them since then. After that point in time, I was taken in by Salonans. They looked after me for a couple of years, and then I was found by my ex-overseer because most of the Syrian army didn't know that we existed. Very covert, all that kind of stuff. So he found us and then destroyed the village looking for me. So he could be the one behind it as well. He's still alive. I've seen it in the papers. That was one of the main reasons why I couldn't go to the weddings and the functions that Sarah went to because he was the person that I knew then and can recognize me. Obviously, because I was under his guard. So yeah, not really sure why Fang appeared, or how he got mixed up with everything else. But yeah, I guess it's as good as mine.
How alike do Ronan and Fang look before he got cut into little jibs?
Pretty alike. Almost identical. Fang may have been a little slimmer.
Oh.
I like Ronan's like slim, athletic build, but Fang was skinny.
Do you reckon you could impersonate him, Ronan, and go back into rock base?
No, I don't think I could do that. We may look very similar, but we still have, characteristical differences. You sound
I'm
different
sure
for one.
Fang is like you and you're the strong silent type. He doesn't really seem like much of a conversationalist.
Well, no, not when it came to most things. That's true. Not a massive fan of being sent into the place that we lost someone else.
Well, we're not going to send you in alone.
I'll come
But-
with. I'll wear the parts of him and pretend to be him too.
That might be our easiest way to get in.
We could like pretend to be your prisoners or something.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, well, that actually isn't a bad idea.
You can mull that over. In the meantime, there are 6 doses here in this bandolier, and we only cured 3 people, and there's 2
Sure.
unaccounted for.
3.
What about the
No,
potatoes?
one of them already turned.
Oh, that's right. Well,
Potatoes, boys. Potatoes. Potato
shit.
farm.
I
Make
guess
it
we just
sense,
have
right?
to knock on every door.
Oh yeah, we start door knocking. How about the marshal? He said he would help us.
Yeah, I think we need to go back to the inn, though. It's where the most people are.
Roger that.
It's gonna be a late night.
Yep.
Now.
So you're
Banana.
heading back to the inn.
Man,
yeah. Oh, I think we should. We don't have to.
I think you're right though. Heading back to the town inn and going, hey, we need another brainstorm. Who the fuck else is sick? Even with a slight cough, doesn't matter. Go get yourself checked out. See, even if you're showing one of the symptoms, go get yourself checked out. We'll water pistol them in the face with the holy water. Could we just knock on the door and then every person who opens it up just throw a bucket of holy water in them and say
That's
God
not how
bless
it
and
works.
walk away? Oh, okay, sorry.
Unfortunately.
If only.
If only,
Sure.
just water pistol them.
A hose.
A hosely water.
No, the holy water is just the arcane focus to the spell.
It's alright, I'll remove my own inspiration for that.
The next few minutes, you make your way back to town, and then head to the inn. People still gathered, as you advised the innkeeper. No one has left the common room, and it looks like the marshal has been stirred. As you walk inside, you find him standing with the others, along with his wife, now dressed in her armor, standing there, clearly still slightly unwell, although she seems to be doing her best to sort of hold her posture.
I'll walk up to the marshal and draw him aside.
What's the situation?
I think there's still 2 sick people on the loose that I haven't been able to track down.
How do you know?
Someone has been poisoning people in this town, and we found them, and they had 6 doses of this poison, all of which were given out, and I've only treated 4 people.
How do you think he's been administering it?
I have no idea. Maybe.
Josh, would I know?
No.
No? Okay.
I mean,
we have no idea
this
what
is
kind of
spreading
poison.
a biological weapon. It's not like poisoning his blades. That's his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, it could be some kind of weapon. It could be in food or water. There's no way to tell right now.
Well, look.
Maybe your wife might be able to offer some help.
Well, didn't Kronberg say he saw some blighter that looked like your friend here hanging around the well?
Yes, that's the person we found.
Right. What if he's poisoned the well?
I think a lot more people would be sick.
Not necessarily. I mean, we could definitely account for Rin here picking it up from the well. She drew water from it 2 days ago for the bathhouse. A lot of people, the well doesn't get drawn from that often. Only when we need to refill our local supplies. We got.
Where is he?
We got barrels, tanks.
Kronberg.
Kronberg? He's probably passed out front of his house.
Is he still here?
No, he's gone.
I'll look around for him. Shit. We need to go to his place. Can you show me where it is?
He leads you up the road to Kronberg's house.
When you spoke to him, he said he went. Did he go to have a drink from the well and was scared away? Or did he have a drink from the well and was then scared away?
He said he went to the well and was scared away before he drank from it.
Okay. Still, Zero doesn't know that, so we're going to his.
Alright. Yeah, usually after one of his drunken stupors, I find him passed out halfway through his front door, passed out in front of the well, sometimes passed out on the river's edge. You get to his house, dark, the door's shut. You knock on the door, there's no answer.
I look. What kind of? He doesn't. There's no like path or anything where there would be, footprints that were recently trudged by a drunk person.
No, not nearby. Good spot.
Do we want to break in and I don't know.
I don't know. I
See-
think this is not a priority anyway. Even if he is sick, he only got dosed within the last 24 hours, so we can track him down tomorrow if we really have to.
Should we? Can you test the well?
Not today.
Well, why don't we go
I'm
check?
pretty worn out.
Why don't we go check the well?
Yeah, we can do that. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do right now.
Well, maybe Comberg's passed out nearby.
And if worse comes to worse, I do have
Oh,
that
no.
poisoner's kit.
Oh,
I could.
Also, just heads up before we go to the well. There is something there that is a bit disturbing to look at. But
Oh yeah, we killed someone at the well.
yeah, don't.
I thought you were told of that.
We killed something at the well.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then somebody else is also dead at the well. It could be him who's dead at the well. A man. Does he look like a man who's cut in half?
Anyway, the well. Show us where the well is.
You know where the well is. He's like, look, lads, I'm pretty sure that might be Comberg at the well. Was it?
It was dead. Cut in half. Does he sound like a woman when he screams? Was that the person running away?
It leads you around the corner and into the area with the well, into just the bloody massacre. And he walks up. Fuck yeah, hell. Haven't seen anything this bad since the war. He sort of reaches down into the pile of gore. That was the person in front of the well. Pulls out something, a small chain, something like a small medallion hanging off it. Yeah, this is Comberg. His brother's dog tags.
Oh shit. Well, at least he ain't infected.
okay.
This-
Well, we need to
Wait.
track down. If he's been poisoning the well. Okay, well,
Would you want me to bring up some of the well water and we can probably do some tests on it? I've
we'll
got
do that,
that
do that
out.
tomorrow. I don't want to have that near us any longer than it has to be.
Well,
We need to check all of these houses. Start
We
close
also-
to the well and work our way out.
We also need to lock off the well so nobody else tries to have a tasty drink.
Good thinking, chat.
Thank you. I do occasionally have ideas that are swell.
I gesture to the houses, sorry, in the square immediately around us. I'm like, people who
Marshall?
live here with Marshall, were these people all already at the inn?
Sorry, how do you mean?
So, like, the well is in a square, right?
Yeah.
Surrounded by houses.
Mostly businesses.
Okay. Well, are there? Well, if there are any houses like immediately around, like, who are the people who live close to the well?
Alright, roll an investigation check. Alright, so you confer with the marshal, and over the next few hours, go door knocking, first around the well, and then spreading out. Best you can tell, from your interviews with sort of weary-eyed people that have just been woken up, that nobody else seems to have been at risk from drinking from the well. And you feel fairly confident that you've rounded up the ones who did and already healed them. Is detect poison a cantrip?
No.
Okay.
I can
But
do
could
it I can do it once per long rest.
Right. Okay.
Oh wait, I can't use poisonous kit. God damn it.
All right.
There isn't an apothecary of such marshal inside the town.
I can make medicine checks, right, to try and... No, that's to diagnose an illness, not to identify a poison.
Yeah, there isn't a apothecary of some kind in this town or anything like that. Alchemist.
Closest thing we have to that is Dr. Roundtree.
Dr. Roundtree.
Have we
what's
spoken to them yet?
Yeah, you spoke to her during your investigation. Like, you woke her
Okay.
up, conferred with her and the marshal to find the sick people.
Well, maybe we should post haste, take a jug of this water over to her, give her the poisonous kit, and then just try and make sure nobody else drinks the water.
We'll check it in the morning, chat. I
Okay,
really
well,
need to
Marshall,
sleep.
how many people live in this here town? What's the population here? Roughly.
Roughly, including the surrounding farms, around 200.
Okay. Have you got any, town patrol or anything like that?
You're looking at him.
Fantastic. How much coffee have you had to drink?
None.
Well, I'm wondering, should we post a guard up at the well to stop people from drinking it, or should we just leave it there overnight, available to the public?
It'll be fine. I'll arrange for a cover. All the locals
Fantastic.
know about it. It's in hand.
Good.
You lads turn in.
Okay.
You've done enough.
Okay. Yeah, I was just making sure, All right, well, we'll turn in for the night. I'll probably miss out on my bath tonight. I don't. Hope that's fine. I'll just lick myself clean. It's fine.
Before we leave, Josh, I would like to pick up a stone and imbue it with a bit of magic so that it smells really, really, really bad. And it says, "The well's contaminated, stay away!" over a button loop.
I hope the neighbors love it.
Oh,
And I'll place it on top of the well.
Those just last until you uncreate them and overwrite them with new
Yes,
ones,
they do.
or okay. I was just wondering if it's gonna over 24 hours, just something running out of battery power. The world's was contaminated.
But if it lasts forever, don't ever dispel it. Just leave it there, and that'll be the plight of this fucking town.
It's just a rock, they can just throw it away.
You guys, you turn in for the night at the inn. You can long rest.
Oh,
Thank the Lord.
You wake up the next morning.
I can heal that 1 hit point. Yes.
What's his name? Destrian, the first man that you healed at the inn, Zero, makes his way out of his room shortly after you guys, still looking pretty battered. He comes over and weakly thanks you for saving his life.
It's don't worry about it.
The marshal, Parker, and his wife Rin turn up, both to confer with you on today's actions, and to thank you again for sparing her.
What I do.
Anyone who passes through for breakfast raises a glass to you guys. The marshal declares that between him and Rin, and with the assistance of Dr. Roundtree, they'll be able to advise the town about the well and the night's events. And to be on the
I think I've
lookout.
already got that one.
Right. Did you want to take a look at that well?
Yeah, we probably should. Just so we can be definitively sure that that is the problem.
Alright. Using your feature again.
Yeah.
So you make your way to the well, you uncover it, lower the pail, and bring up a tall bucket
Bring up
of
a
water.
bucket.
You produce your U-leaf and carry out the detect poison and disease, revealing instantly that you feel an aura of disease coming from both the water and the well itself. Clearly it's been contaminated. With the same, you feel that same sort of metabolic change disease inside it, swimming around in the water.
Yeah, you should definitely fill this in. This is it.
Right. I'll have it done.
I think, in the meantime, I think we should hang around for another day or so, just in case anyone else
Right.
turns up.
Yeah, well, you four still got to get your potatoes, right?
Yeah. Look. For the moment, don't worry about it. We're gonna carry on where we're going. We'll get on the way back. We don't want to take something off you that you guys might need in this time of dire situation.
That's the other thing we didn't tell you.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go attack some facility in the forest.
No, I wasn't gonna say that,
Oh.
Chet. But thank
Oh.
you for
I'm sorry.
sharing.
Yeah, no,
thank you
there's-
for your
What
thank
facility?
you for your candor.
So I was there at some point, and they do like weird
Really, Chet, we
experimentation. No,
probably
it's fine. It's fine. Weird experimentations on you. They had a friend that kind of looked like that dead guy we found last night. Not the one that was basically mulch, but the other one with like the 6 limbs and the tentacles. He was also a dragonborn, which also was kind of strange. But
You could see me standing behind him, Chet, just like.
yeah, we cut off his head. Yeah, I think, or maybe at least some of his tentacles.
Are you telling me you
I
knew
think
this
I
was
did.
gonna
walks away.
happen?
He's just like, oh.
Well, not that we knew that was going to happen here. We were just investigating, and on the way there, we happened to pass through your town, and something happened. So we were just trying to work our way through
Investigating
to the
for
facility.
who? Who runs this facility?
You know,
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah.
If we knew
know
these
what,
answers,
actually-
we wouldn't have to be investigating.
Was it the marshal that said he saw the airship pass overhead?
No, that was
It was
That
old
was-
fella that got cooked.
that was combo.
Oh well, he
too.
saw them.
That was
That was them. They were going in the forest.
yeah. We've been chasing them from Shan.
Yeah. We came on a boat. It was great. And then we got off the boat, and it was less great.
You say the word boat, he's like boat.
So,
Oh,
so speaking of, has anyone passed by recently
No,
heading
but
north?
this makes fucking sense now.
What makes sense?
Our town, we had to rely on the farming income for the last
Yep.
12 months. Ever since that bald fucker turned up, telling us he was with the British government and that we can't take lumber from the forest anymore. Our mill's been quiet for 12 months.
Well,
Mm,
who from the British government is bald?
I don't think he was actually from the British
Was he
government.
a halfling?
He's a half-elf.
I relay a description of Oren Dimadani.
Yeah, that sounds like him, but I didn't see no dragon mark. He was wearing gloves.
Fucker.
Yeah. Did he head into the forest after that?
He did, yeah. He went north. That's where
Go
he came.
ahead and cut.
I mean,
You know,
yeah,
actually, whoa there. Whoa. I've got an idea. Hey, Marshall. How do you feel like getting your own back? No, hear me out. No, I like cutting off heads, but I said, but continue to cut down trees. It'll lead some of them out of the facility. We will, take care of some business, surprise-like, and then we will carry on from there into the facility with less forces inside to attack. I think that's lay an ambush, reduce
Chet,
forces, maybe even capture one alive to get a bit of information and blueprints of the place.
It's
We've
a hard
been there.
no. I
fair.
will not put the people of this town under any more risk. Under my
No, that's fine.
protection.
I wouldn't want you to feel uncomfortable about it, so that's totally fine. It was just a suggestion, I'm a man of ideas, goals, and possibilities sometimes. But
Should I'm gonna contact my fucking house about this.
yeah, get a lawyer too, maybe.
I would.
Why not?
Oh, that's right. They got that big robot now.
No. So the person who came here. Sorry, the person. We have confirmed that there are members of the Council 12 are complicit in this, and we don't know how far this goes. You might just be painting a target on, this town.
I think Zero's right. You might be actually better off paying ignorance to this.
You really think House Deneath could be in on this? Or at least some of them?
I didn't think House Jurassico would be in on this, but they are. So is House Madani.
Basically, anyone who has, something to lose in Breland or in surrounding areas, even just in Shan itself, is, possibly involved.
The problem is that until we know how deep this goes and who we can actually trust,
Yep.
I think it's unwise for you to take this higher in case you tell somebody who you shouldn't.
Right.
Or the wrong person finds out that you've got that information. Frankly, we kind of painted a target on your back just by telling you.
Well,
Sorry.
they don't know any witnesses from their organization who knew we were here and now.
Well,
Dead.
if we do our job well, then there won't be any other witnesses out there. Well, yeah, we'll make sure there's no witnesses up at the facility because they might want to contact that. I'm not sure if you heard the rumors about the gentleman walking around who looks like our friend. He's dead too.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, he was the one that was poisoned.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure if we told you. Yeah, no. They may come for him though, or try to contact.
He did murder Ferrum.
Oh yeah, Ferrum's dead. Also, fun fact: the town I grew up in England was called Ferrum. Yeah, that weirded me out when you said that. I was like,
oh, fuck! There goes our potato farmer.
Can you get a new one?
And a good man.
Oh yeah, that too.
Mainly the potatoes.
Yeah, I mean they probably did more than the man himself.
So what will you four do then?
Go to the facility and show them what for. Being there once before, we managed to escape. Now we just got to do that one extra step and murder everyone that we see inside and maybe gather some information. Frankly.
What kind of forces have they got at this facility?
The big ones, small ones.
Some as big as your head.
Give it a twist, a flick of the wrist. That's what the showman said. Oh. They got like animatrons, like our friend. Yeah. They got the 6 tentacled beast thing.
Yeah, look, they're conducting some kind of eldritch experiments in there to create these sorts of monsters.
There was undead, I think, at some point, or at least kind of what you'd classify as undead.
And there
intelligent
was that shark thing.
The intelligent devourer as well. I think one of you guys called it that. It basically crawls up inside and pretends to be your brain and your body.
It's
Well,
that big shark thing.
It's
a shark. Was it the big shark thing?
All I could say
was it a
is
shark?
Our town probably would have been screwed without you.
Yep.
Thank you. He extends his hand towards Ysira for a handshake again.
I'll shake his hand this time.
And you'll see that Chet's hand goes past from 5 feet away and tries to offer a shake on the other hand.
Oh, yeah.
Awkwardly.
He shakes your hand as well, Chet.
Yep.
Thank you all. And I guess good luck.
Thank you.
And
I think we'll need it.
I guess me and Rin will prepare the town for the worst if this thing's at our fucking doorstep.
Yep.
Actually, we could probably. I'm gonna pick up another little rock and imbue it with light, so that it just glows. What color?
A nice one.
A nice one. So it glows like a soft blue.
Mm.
And I'll put it in his hand and say, if this ever stops glowing, evacuate, because it means I'm dead, and it means the rest of us are probably dead too.
Oh yeah. And if we're not, we'll come back here first.
Who do we tell?
I don't know if you can tell
No
anyone,
one.
but you can save as many people as you can.
Just say the water's contaminated again, and sewage and all that. And I think most of them will leave after you show them these bodies, and he gives like the pile of mush a kick, and then realizes his foot just gets stuck in it. Sorry about your friend then. But honestly, if I was in a town like this, a humble farmer, and you told me that the water got contaminated, but we think we sorted it out, but it turns into you if you drink the water. And then if you then later on find out that we've all kicked it, then you just need to go, well, River is back to not being good. We need to leave town right now. Anyone who wants to stay, sad as it is, will probably get overwhelmed by the forces that come out of that place.
Not if we have anything to say about it, though.
Well, no, I'm saying if we die, that's an excuse that he could use, possibly. Oh, I mean, you can go into the forest and try and find him off yourself. It's up to you, but I look him up and down. Maybe not.
He gives the four of you a nod, walks off.
Bye. Bye now. Enter my day.
And I guess we'll pick this up again next week.
Ooh.
Jets, because that's
I'm
where we're going to
king.
end it tonight.
I'm king. No, that's perfect. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Give
that
me
was,
more!
that was intense.
Like, does he have a car?
Good stuff,
Oh,
boys. Good
What's
sesh.
going on there?
Yeah.
Something's happening.
How you going,
follow-
Blade?
Hey, Beta
You do know
Fly. Thank you for the follow.
Chet is gonna call you Blade from now on.
And thank you, everyone, for the resubs tonight, the new subs, the generous
Yeah.
community sub gifting from Death's Kitten. Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for participating in the giveaway. Yeah, new followers. We're going to do another giveaway at 200 followers, which isn't too far away. I think we're on 170 something now, 73 or something. Yeah, thanks for tuning in tonight, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the show. Let's finish off with a raid.
I see.